The University of Nebraska from the 1960s through the late 90s stood as one of the elite programs in college football. They were powered by their renowned wishbone triple offense and their legendary coach Tom Osborne, who led the team from 1973 to 1997. Throughout its history, the school claimed 5 national championships and in 1995 fielded a squad that consistently ranks among the greatest college football teams of all time. However, following a period of dominance that culminated in 3 national titles during the 90s, Nebraska has struggled. Since then, they have failed to regain their status as a top contender in college football. So my mission today is I'm going to start with the 1995 Nebraska Cornhuskers roster, and I have to catapult them back to national prominence and try to create the greatest college football dynasty of all time. Right now, the gold standard is Nick Saban's run at Bama, where he won 6 national championships in 16 years. So I'm going to try to get at least 6 in 16 seasons, but I'm really going to try to get 7 over that stretch to beat Saban's run. But here's the twist. I'll be creating the top 24 real-life recruits from each recruiting class from 1995 on. So join me as we journey through each season, watch me try to sign the nation's top recruits, and dive into significant matchups such as the Big Ten championship game and any national championship games we make. In all, I've crafted over 320 recruits over 14 recruiting classes, and we'll be simulating each season from 1995 to the conclusion of the 2010 season. If you have any suggestions for other historic teams I should do on this rebuilding challenge, drop a comment below. I'm considering squads like the Vince Young Longhorns or the Tebow Gators, but I'm open to your thoughts. This is going to be part 2 of this series. In part 1, we broke down 5 seasons from 1995 to 1999. Then in this video, we're going to go for 5 more seasons from 2000 to 2004. Then part 3 will be coming up next, where we finish off the series. All right, guys, so here we are in episode 2 of this Nebraska rebuild. So in episode 1, we reset Nebraska to their roster to 1995, and we played through 5 seasons. I think I went 10-4, 10-4, 10-4, 9-4. So it was going rough. It was the hardest rebuild I have done. This is the 4th one I've done with a historical team. Then the last year of the first episode, so was the 5th season, and we won the national championship. We went 13-1, I think, and won the Natty. So finally able to get over the hump with this team. Now, I try to do this really, the 2 kind of really cool elements of these rebuilds that I do is I reset the roster to whatever, 1995, or when I did Miami, I reset it to 01 or whatever it is. But then I also do real life recruiting classes. So you're going to see, well, look at my roster right now on Nebraska, and you're going to see it is littered with just really cool real life players. So we'll just go through my roster right now. We are loaded. This is the best team on paper we have had. We have Tim Couch and Michael Vick at quarterback. Now, Vick is the starter, Couch is the backup. So we have Michael Vick playing in the triple option offense. That's the other thing I did with this Nebraska rebuild, is they played like a wishbone triple option offense with Nebraska at this point. So I'm running the same thing. So we are insanely run heavy. We run like 70% of the time, triple option offense. So we have Michael Vick in this scheme. He actually had he got injured his freshman year, his sophomore year, 2,500 yards. He won the Heisman, 33 touchdowns, 6 picks. He ran for almost 1,200 yards, 84 a game with 17 rushing touchdowns. So he's literally the perfect quarterback for this offense. Then with this scheme, we're always playing 2 running backs plus a fullback on the field at all times. So we just need a stable of running backs. And right now we have Sean Alexander, who's coming off just under a 2,000 yard season. We have Brian Westbrook, who had 876 as a freshman. And then we have Clinton Portis as our 3rd running back, who didn't get a ton of run last year, but who's obviously really good. Then we brought in Larry Johnson, who's a freshman this year, big time running back recruit. If we go to wide receiver, we have Reggie Wayne, a really good group of receivers, but we got Reggie Wayne as our real life guy. Even though we barely throw the ball, he had 700 receiving yards. So he's going to be really good for us this year. These are my 2 tight ends. Obviously a lot of these guys are auto-generated. They're not all going to be real life players. Basically how it works is each season I can make 23 real life players. That's the most custom recruits you can make for these recruiting classes. Then the rest are going to be auto-generated. So, you know, both my tight ends are auto-gens, but yeah, we definitely need some tight end help coming in. We have a pretty good sophomore left tackle. We have this Andre Gord, who's a real life guy. He's a freshman for us, redshirt freshman. He'll probably start next year. We got Olin Kreutz, been a 4-year starter at center for us. We have another center, you know, sophomore, 89 already. We have a 94 guard on this side, and then I'll probably put one of those left guards over here next year. Then we have an 89 junior right tackle. At defensive ends, I just got T Suggs, Terrell Suggs, T Sizzle in the door, Ravens legend. So he's going to be on one of our defensive ends. And then the other one, we have a junior, Jonathan Abraham, really good pass rusher in the NFL for like the Falcons and Jets, and really explosive. And we have some other good guys in behind him. D tackle, we got Casey Hampton, who is the nose tackle for the really good like mid to late 2000s Pittsburgh Steelers teams. Then we have a pretty good group of young D tackles in behind him. Here we got a auto gen Vernon Fire. Then if we move inside, we got real life Will Witherspoon, played for like the Panthers in the NFL. Good, you know, athletic middle linebacker. Beside him, we got freshman coming in the door, Lance Briggs, who played beside Brian Urlacher in the NFL. Superstar outside linebacker. Corner, we got Nate Clements, who played at Ohio State, was really good, played with the Bengals in the NFL. I just brought in young Terrence Newman, who's a really athletic corner, played with the Dallas Cowboys, bunch of teams in the NFL as well, and then some other good guys in as well. And then at safety, we only have an 82 freshman here, and then other safeties in 98 auto gen. So that is the team, guys. As you can see, we are freaking loaded. We'll actually go look at just a few of the other big rosters in college, so you guys can just get another kind of look at. So like Alabama right now had Chris Samuel, Bubba Franks, Richard Seymour, John Henderson. We won't look at every team. We'll just look at some of the big schools. Florida, looks like all kind of auto gens. They look all right though. Georgia, they've been killing it recruiting. They have Lavernius Coles. They have Chad Johnson, Chad Ochocinco. They got Jabril Peppers, Albert Hainsworth, Dion Branch, Asante Samuel, Robert Mathis. So they've been killing it. And obviously, you know, I'm trying my best to recruit the real life guys and the best auto gens, but I mean, I'm not going to get them all. These guys are going to be all spread throughout college football. One thing to keep in mind as well, we're in Nebraska. We're in the Big Ten right now. So the Big Ten schools like Michigan, who look pretty good, but we definitely look better on paper. They have Antoine Randall L, who's going to start for them. Michigan State looks okay. Notre Dame, have they been getting recruits? Mostly auto gens. Ohio State, obviously in the Big Ten with us. They have Justin Smith and Chris Jenkins at D tackle. Pretty good team. Quentin Jammer, LaCharles Bentley, Willis McGahee, OCU Minora. They have a really good quarterback this year. So, you know, Ohio State's going to be a really tough team. Another team in our conference, obviously, the kind of big three other than us are going to be Penn State, Michigan, and Ohio State that we got to try to beat out in the Big Ten. They got Deuce McAllister as kind of their big stud right now. Bryant McKinney at left tackle. I know USC has been recruiting really well. Let's see if Texas is getting anybody. Oh yeah, Texas. We were this close to getting LaDainian Tomlinson and Michael Vick in the same year, but he ended up going to Texas. Yeah, Javon Walker. They got some players. Nnamdi Asomugha. They just got. I feel like USC's been getting some guys as well. They have Tom Brady, Deltha O'Neal, Brian Urlacher, Steve Smith, Andre Carter. So they have Tom Brady throwing to Steve Smith in college football. Reggie Williams, Carson Palmer. So they're gonna literally go from Brady, who's a junior, Carson Palmer, and they got Seneca Wallace. So USC has been doing a really good job with recruiting. So as you can see, guys, these players just get spread all throughout college football. So it's not like I just make them and put them on my team. I have to recruit them. Yeah, the recruiting can be tough. I gotta do my best to get as many of these guys as we can and just build the best team that fits our system. Because remember, we're a super run heavy triple option scheme. Now, I think for the third video, I might switch it up and try to do more like spread passing, or we'll kind of see. Leave it in the comments. Do you guys think in the third video, should I switch it up and do like spread to kind of match up how it gets, to be in college football later, or should I just stick with the triple option for all 16 seasons and see how good we can do? Now, one other thing too is, like I said, I've done this. This is the fourth rebuild like I've done like this, and I always do 16 seasons. This one has been by far the toughest. I think with Miami, I won like 8 or 9 national championships in 16 seasons. USC, I won like same thing, like 7, 8, 9. I think Bama, I won like 7. This one, I've won 1 so far in 5 years, and I've only won 1 Big Ten championship. Like, this has been really, really difficult. So yeah, I think it's kind of cool though, because it's not as easy. I'm really having to struggle to get through this and get W's. So let's get into this next recruiting class. So like I said, this is going to be technically like the 2000 season. So this will be the 2000 recruiting class. This will be the 6th season. It's a good class for sure. I don't know how well it fits what I want to do, especially at the QB position. Now, at this point, Vic's becoming a junior, so I do got to start thinking about who's going to be my next QB. And there is 4 really good quarterbacks, or 3 especially in this class, but they're all kind of pocket passers. So we have Phillip Rivers, we have Eli Manning, Ben Roethlisberger. I ran out of letters. You can only do 16 letters for the last name, so I had to cut out an E, so that's why his name looks a little weird. And then Brock Berlin, who's like a really good college quarterback. He played at Miami. I think he played at Louisville or something after that, something like that. So none of those guys really fit what we want, and they're not really interested in us. We do have this Brooks, a 4-star, who will add, who's fast. Is there any other? Yeah, probably just that Brooks. We don't desperately need a QB still right now either. Moving on to running backs, and I basically always want to bring in the best 5-star running backs that I can. So we're going to add Steven Jackson and Michael Turner. We're 2nd and 3rd on their boards. Just bringing in the best running backs possible is always going to be important for us. Maybe we won't even go after Weldon. We're just going to try to get one of those 2. We do always need fullbacks as well. So fullback, we'll add this guy. Moving on to wide receiver, we got 3 real ones. We got Reggie Williams from Cali, played at University of Washington. Jericho Cottrey, played with the Jets and stuff in the NFL. And then we got Lee Evans, who played at Wisconsin, played with the Bills, super fast receiver. Now, receivers don't really love our system, so I haven't been doing great with receivers other than Reggie Wayne, who I was able to get to come, but we got a couple of 4-stars here. It's really not like life or death if we get receivers, because we don't really throw the ball a ton, so I just kind of get them as they come. Now, tight end, we have 2, and wow, luckily we are 1 and 2 on both these guys' boards, and we desperately need tight ends. Now, Kellen Winslow doesn't even totally fit what we do, because he's more of a receiving tight end. Benjamin Watson's a really good balance tight end. I would take both these guys. These guys I'm going to be going after very, very intensely, just because we only have 2 tight ends on the roster right now, and I think 1 graduates this year. So I desperately need tight ends, and we're a run-heavy team. So I'm going to go after all those 4 tight ends right here, and I got to try to get at least 2 of them. Moving on to offensive line, we only have between tackle, guard, and center, we only have 1 real-life offensive lineman. It is Robert Gallery. Played at Iowa. Was like a really high pick by the Raiders in the NFL draft. We got Rankin, who looks like a decent auto gen. Once again, we're a run-heavy power offense, so offensive linemen, are super important. Henderson, we got the #1 offensive lineman in the class, we're the #1 school for him. Got some 3-stars that we're decently high on. Basically, my goal for recruiting for O-line is I want to get at least 3 recruits every single year. That lets you, because you need 5 starters. So if you have 3 to 4 new recruits every year, you're going to be doing a good job of just constantly filtering those guys up. We have a 4-star right tackle, a 3-star there who looks like pretty good. Kind of end it there, because we're already filling up. These are centers. Yeah, sorry. For centers, we're already filling up our board, so we got to be a little careful here. Okay, defensive ends, we only have 1. It is Jared Allen. We're 6th on his board. Ooh, I might add him, and we'll just kind of see for the rest of DNs. Nothing crazy there. Move over to D tackle, and we got 2. We got Tommy Harris, who we're 3rd, and who played at Oklahoma. We got Darnell Dockett, really good. Where did he play? He played at Florida State, and then played with the Cardinals in the NFL. But we'll add Tommy Harris. We have this Darby and Newberry. We'll add those 3. Yeah, those three, and see if we can get one of those guys locked down. For linebackers, DJ Williams, we're fourth on his list, but he's one of the best players in the class. We'll add him. We only have 9 spots left, so I got to be a little careful here. For middle linebackers, we got 2. We got Carlos Dansby, who played at Auburn, played with the Cardinals in the NFL. And we got Jonathan Bilmel, who played at the University of Miami, played with the Saints, Jets in the NFL, really good middle linebacker. Neither are interested in us, though. We have been doing good with linebackers. We got 2 really good ones with Briggs and Witherspoon right now, who are young, so I'm not too worried about linebacker. If we go down to corner, we got 3. We got D'Angelo Hall, who I would have really liked, has a ton of speed. We got Bryant McFadden, who we're 3rd on his list. And then we got Chris Gamble, who played at Ohio State. So we'll go after McFadden for sure. We'll go after these 2 4-stars. Those look kind, because we only have 6 spots left here. Move down to free safety, and we got 2 nasty ones. And the number 1, Sean Taylor. We are 3rd on his list. We are definitely adding him. He's like the number 1 player I would want. Obviously, Sean Taylor, one of the best football players of all time. Add him. We have another 4-star here who we could go after. I'm kind of surprised. I might just add Sanders. I'm kind of surprised we're not on his list, honestly. Some of his list is hidden. I would not be shocked if we're one of those spots. So I'm going to add him. Strong safeties, not really anything. I'm going to save the last 3 spots for athletes. I usually really like going after the athletes. So we got a 5-star, a 4-star, a 4-star. Ooh, I want to add this Hill. Thanks. So I'm going to just drop one other guy from our list here. Yeah, we're going to drop this 3-star guard who's like 1100 in the class for a freaking 5-star athlete for sure. So that is where we are going to leave our recruiting class. We have 35 guys added. So those are obviously, we'll filter more guys out. We'll go for different players, but that is where we're kind of our starting point. Now we're going to do the rest of the preseason stuff like the red shirting. Now I've been debating. So basically, I think I might even do it next year. We could basically buy a year of eligibility by redshirting Vic next year, starting 99 Tim Couch for 1 season, and then just bring Vic in for his senior year. So I think I'm going to do that next year. That'll basically give us 5 straight years with these 2 QBs. For running backs, I think I'm going to do Brian Westbrook this year. And then next year, I'll redshirt Portis. So this year it'll be Portis and Sean. Next year it'll be Westbrook and Portis. Yeah, we'll go with that, and then I can always adjust it. I can always do Larry Johnson later as well. Wideouts. We have a really nice group of junior wideouts right here. Hawk, Andrews, and Reggie Wayne. Tight end, like I said, we have 1 tight end on the roster next year. We definitely need to get big time recruiting done there. Yeah, so guys I actually kept. I only got 2 offensive linemen last year that I'm keeping. I cut some of them because they didn't turn out quite as good. So 3 is kind of my floor. So definitely want to get some more. Suggs is actually going to be starting for me this year. D-tackle, do this Daughtry. Linebacker, do this Brown. Wow, he was a good recruit too, Nate Brown. Corner, it's always risky with the corners to do them in their first year. Honestly, it might be worth doing Nate Clements this year. Start, because 2 of these guys are seniors. Adams won't even play. So we sit Clements. We have Morris, Vincent, Adams. Let's do that. It's a little risky, but free safety. Yeah, we only have 4 safeties, so we'll keep them. Okay, so that is the red shirting depth chart. Make sure Vic is starting over Couch for sure. We got Sean, Portis, Washington, Larry Johnson. Yeah, I really like our team this year. I think we're in a really good spot to be tough, like better than last year on paper for sure. Now, looking at our schedule, this is, oh my gosh, we have an A schedule. I'm going to move Ole Miss to home. So we start with number 9, Ole Miss. We got Penn State, Michigan, Minnesota, Ohio State on the schedule. Very difficult schedule. Tough first game of the year. Yo, this is that All-State Classic. So we were playing in the AT&T Stadium in Dallas. Tough schedule. Honestly, though, you get through Ole Miss, then you have kind of easy, but then it's like Penn State, Michigan, Minnesota, Michigan, Northwestern, Ohio State, Iowa. Like, that's tough. The Big Ten is just, it's a bit of a grind to get through. I still haven't had one undefeated season. I think when I did my Miami rebuild starting in 01 through the 16 seasons. At one point I think I won like 80 something games in a row in the AC, including bowl games and stuff, but playing in the ACC, the schedule is just a little easier. And I think it was 80 games in a row. Okay, so looking just kind of at the preseason stuff. So we're coming in as the #1 team in the country, A+ across the board. Honestly, Clemson's A+, Georgia's A+, Texas A&M, Penn State. Where's Ole Miss? Ole Miss is an A-, so still going to be a tough game though. Texas A+, USC's A+, Ohio State's A+. So we do have some really good other schools, obviously, that we're going to have to contend with. Heisman watch, Vic should be we got Vic and Sean Alexander 1-2 in the Heisman right now. Crazy. Preseason All-Americans, Vic and Sean might be our only two, honestly, for first team. Yep. Second team, we got Olin Kreutz. 2 first teamers, 2 of the best players in the country right now with Sean and Vic. Look at championship contenders. This will basically just projects how good your roster will be over the next 4 years, and we're just projected to kind of be the best team right now. Finally, we really feel like we're starting to get everything going, but like we play a tough schedule. It is going to be hard to get through all this for sure. Okay, one other thing too, guys, we're going to get into the recruiting rate here. Keep in mind, so I unlocked my whole skill tree now for my recruiting. So basically now there's this thing called the Saban factor. You gain a 20% chance of an instant commit when you offer a scholarship. Now, this only applies if the guy is your #1 on his board, but we're right away here. We're going to go through and we're going to offer all these guys scholarships, and we'll see some auto commits here. So it does help with recruiting a ton when we get these guys to just sign on the dotted line right away. So now I'm just going to go down. I'm just going to offer scholarship and we'll see. So see how we're second on Michael Turner. So I'm still going to offer him a scholarship right away because it helps with recruiting, but I don't have a chance for an auto commit. Same with Steven Jackson or this guy. This guy, we are first. No auto commit though. Last year we got none, which was annoying. The year before we had like 4. So it can kind of just depend. Give me 1 at least. Man, will this be the second year in a row we don't get any? There is a lot of guys who I'm offering who are not #1, but second year in a row, I didn't get any auto commits. So I don't freaking know. The first year we got 4. But anyway, okay, I'm going to go through, make my recruiting board, and I'll show you guys what it's looking like. Okay, so this is what the board is looking like, guys. These 500 players are the ones I'm going really hard at. So Sean Taylor, Robert Gallery, Benjamin Watson, Kellen Winslow, and then I'm basically going to go after really hard one of these 2 running backs. So after the week 1, I'm just going to see whichever one I'm doing better with, pull the 500 points from the other one. Then we have Tommy Harris, Bryant McFadden, who when I free up more points, I'm going to go harder after those 2. Another tight end I want to try to go after. We have 4 more offensive linemen here that I'm doing decent points. Then we have a couple of athletes that as I free up more points next week, because I had to offer all those scholarships, that eats up a bunch of points. I'll give them more as well. Okay, so right away, we're defending national champs. We have #9 Ole Miss. Not an easy game. Let's try to start with a win here, boys. Let's go. 45-21. Okay, that's what I like to see. One thing too, we'll see if any other players got auto commits. No, okay, none of the guys we were targeting got auto committed from another school, because other coaches can unlock that Saban factor where they'll just get auto commits as well. Early, I just want to look at the scores in that Ole Miss game. I want to see how we did. So that's a huge win against a ranked opponent to start. Vic 13-20, 275 yards passing with 2 touchdowns. Portis had 130, Vic, Sean, but all these guys are averaging over 5 yards a carry. So we were just absolutely bludgeoning them with the run game. So Vic played well, ran the ball well. That's what I like to see. Okay, let's look at recruiting here and we'll kind of see who we're doing well with. So Sean Taylor, we actually made some moves. I'm going to go up to 700 for him. Robert Gallery, I'm going to go to 700 for him. Watson, okay, so we kind of fell behind with Watson, so I'm trying to go 700 to him. Turner, okay, so we're doing better with Steven Jackson. So I'm actually going to get rid of Michael Turner as far as giving him points. Steven Jackson, yeah, we're just going to kind of stick at 500 because we're doing good with him. Same with Kellen Winslow, McFadden, and so I'm going to go up to 500 for both these two and see if we can get kind of in the ballpark with them. Tyler Harris, we fell way behind. Like, we're just way behind Wisconsin. Like, I don't even know what we'll have to give to even get in the mix there. We'll stay with 300 for now. O-line, we're kind of in the mix on all these guys. Can we go to like 400 for each? Some of these guys too, basically my strategy is I try to go after my really big guys I really want. And I just try to stay alive with these guys who I'm not going after quite as hard. And then once I sign some of those guys and free up a bunch of points, then I can go all in. But I got to stay within striking distance with these alt guys and just not fall out of it. It's kind of my game plan always. Then for the 3 athletes, yeah, usually people just don't go hard after the athletes. So we're just going to kind of fill in some points with them. So I'm actually really liking that recruiting class. I think it's divvying up pretty well. Yeah, let's see. Okay, so we have a bye week, and then 2 super easy games. So yeah, the start of our schedule after we get through Ole Miss is not tough. Okay, so we got Grambling State right here. Should be nothing till week 7 should really give us issues, but we'll see. Grambling State, we got to win. And also, guys, we watch 2 games a year if this is the first time you've ever watched one of these. So usually I'll watch like the conference championship and the natty if we make it, or if there's a really good regular season game and the natty or whatever. So that is kind of how we usually do it. We won't watch the whole game, but I'll hop in and out, super sim, watch some big plays so you can kind of see all the guys actually playing as well. Okay, so we have a bunch of guys ready for visits. So usually I like my visits around week 9 or 10. We got both ranked opponents. We'll go week 9, Michigan as our big visit week. Got to get a W though. Okay, so it looks like we're kind of falling behind with these O-linemen. I got a pull from this guy, I think, and just basically up it to all the other guys so we have a better chance. So that's kind of what I'll do too sometimes. Got to know when to kind of pull some stuff. So yeah, we're at the point right now where it's like we just got to get some dudes signed so we can free up more points and ability to go after guys. Okay, Appalachian State, CU, both should be wins. And then we got Penn State coming up. App 42-14. So we're definitely putting up some points on the board with this offense. Defense playing well, not tough opponents, but yeah, my goal with this, in the first 4 years, I was more in the like mid to low 30s for points per game. My goal is always with this, like be in the 40s, low 40s. Even though we're running triple option and it's super run heavy, I still think we can get those low 40s. Okay, we got Colorado. Colorado by Penn State, who's at number 5. Minnesota's at number 6. No dumb losses, no dumb loss. Okay, bye week and then Penn State. Okay, so this is the first big test since that Ole Miss game. We've had a ton of buys. We basically don't have a bye. We don't have a week off till right before the last week of the year. So it is just, you know, tough game, tough game, tough game. It's decently tough game, kind of okay game, tough game, tough game. So if we get through this unscathed, wow. But Penn State, here we go. On the road, whoo, this offense is cooking. 5-0, 49 on the road at Penn State. That is what I want to see. In a week or two, we'll look at just the stats and see how all the boys are doing. But wow. So looking at recruiting, us Arkansas look like it's going to be for Taylor. Us Iowa for Gallery. Us or Bama probably for Watson. Us or Boise State. There's a few teams. Looks like he might have he just went for his visit with Boise. So there's a bunch of teams in for Kellen. We're going to get Steven Jackson 100%. Tommy Harris, us, Notre Dame or USC. We're kind of in it with all the O-linemen. We have a few athletes here who we should probably get. But so that's where we're at. We got Indiana and then Michigan. And Michigan's a huge game because, okay, let's get through Indiana. Let's get a W. Whoo! 35-31. That's going to put us to 6-0. It's a closer game than I would have liked. This Michigan game is huge. Obviously, it's Michigan. Gotta win. And this is our huge visit week. So we can get a W, stay undefeated, beat Michigan with all our recruits in visiting. We should get, you know, We should sign 5, 6, 7 guys right here. Oh, we just got Steven Jackson. So we already got one. So we're just continuing with our streak of getting really good running backs. Okay, so Michigan's 14, 4-2, 95 overall. This is a game we should win, but you never know. And like I said, we have a ton of guys in for visits. All our big dudes are in for visits right now. Let's beat Michigan. Ohio State's, that's going to be the toughie, but Michigan. Oh, no! Oh, lost to Michigan. So there goes our undefeated season. All our recruits were in for visits. I actually don't know how much that affects them. I'm sure it does a little bit. But damn. And we're on the road at Ohio State later. Ooh, that's tough. That's tough, boys. So we only got Gallery and Ken Hill. We got 3 guys. Oh, that might have really hurt us. We didn't get Taylor. So we didn't get Sean T. Either of the... I would have really liked one of the tight ends. We did free up some points, but not even as much as I would have liked. Damn, that sucks. Okay. Get through Minnesota, then we'll look at our stats and stuff. Get a win. Not as big of a win the last 3 weeks. Like, we lost one, and then that Indiana game was close. Minnesota was relatively close. That is just a murderer's row at the end of this schedule here. Oh, we got 2 other commitments from some smaller guys. Now we're just in a tough place with all these dudes. With them not committing, like we might get some, but our best chance is probably that they go to the yacht, because I think none of them had a later visit. That sucks, man. So let's look at some stats and let's see if we have a shot at the Natty still. So we do have a loss, so we need Wisconsin. I don't think we play Wisconsin. We definitely don't. Oh, no. We have a loss now on our side of the bracket, and they have none. We need them to lose a game, or they'll beat us out for the Big Ten championship. Oh, man. I never would have thought that. Texas, USC. So if they lose, and we need some L's here. We got to beat Ohio State. And Wisconsin doesn't play Ohio State anybody late. They already beat Michigan and Ohio State. So they've been doing work. Penn State, we need Penn State to come through clutch. And then I don't even know what the tiebreaker would be if we both have one conference loss. Wow, if we don't make the Big Ten championship right now. Heisman Watch, we're not even on it right now. We had a lot of buys early though. Sometimes this happens, guys. It'll get rid of words. It's super annoying. This is an old game on computer, so sometimes they'll do that on the menus. Ooh, I think Vic might have got hurt a little bit at one point. Stats are a little down, honestly, from last year. Reggie Wayne's having a nice year for our run-heavy offense. Rushing, Portis is carrying Sean Alexander by quite a bit. Vic's actually not getting as many rushing yards, so interesting. Defensively, Briggs having a big year as a rookie or a freshman. Hampton, Abraham, Suggs, Hampton, Briggs, and there we go. Okay, let's keep simming here. That whole Wisconsin situation is not good. Yeah, let's get through Michigan State. 56 there. That's where we want points wise. That's better. And a bunch of recruiting battles here. Yeah, I don't know with this class. I just don't know how many of these guys we're going to be able to sign before National Signing Day. And I can really only get like 2 on National Signing Day. So this class might not turn out as good as we want. Looks like Ohio State ended up losing game. But like we got 3 ranked opponents in a row to end this thing. Oh, and beat Northwestern. I don't really get how the Big Ten works. So like Wisconsin's in our side of the division, but we don't actually play them. So there's a head-to-head tiebreaker. That seems silly to me. So 7 versus 5 here with Ohio State. Maybe we'll watch this game. Yeah, because I don't even think we're going to make the conference championship here. We basically need Wisconsin to lose to Penn State. That's our only chance, and we got to beat Ohio State. So we're going to watch this Ohio State game. So yeah, they're 99 across the board. Sorry, all those words are happening. It's annoying when that happens, where the words go away. But yeah, this is a big game. We desperately need Penn State to knock off Wisconsin. Like Wisconsin's they're 93 overall. They should not be going undefeated. We'll look at how good our offense is, man. Wow. Our defense is pretty good. Their offense is not great, but they have a wicked defense. That's their top. Here's ours. Vic, Wayne, Krutz, injury report. Oh, Sean. Oh, that's why. That's why. I was like, why is Portis getting so much run? Sean Alexander's injured. That kind of hurts us that I redshirted Westbrook now. Now we have like a non-real life guy running the ball with Portis, but we do have Clinton Portis, who's really good. Okay, so we're going to sim through the first quarter here. We get a quick 7-0 lead. We have the ball back, trying to drive. Okay, that's just happening quick. Okay, we get stopped. They go down 7-6. We get a stop there. We got 3rd and 1, 1st and 10, 2nd and 4. So 2nd and 4 here. Obviously in this Nebraska offense, we're running our wishbone triple option type scheme. This is going to be a heavy run offense. We got Vic at QB, Clinton Portis. Vic's going to keep it. Oh, almost got to the edge there. Looks like Vic got a little bit banged up there, but he says he's going to be back here. Burtitis in his elbow. Okay, we got 3rd and 7. So now we have Tim Couch. Luckily, we have a very good backup quarterback, 99 overall. But he is not Michael Vick. He's more of a passer. Right on cue. Throws a freaking almost pick 6. Okay. Hopefully Vic's back here soon. McGahee, 4th and 3. Oh, we stop him to no points there. Okay, Vic's back. We got a 5-yard rush. Reggie Wayne for 11. 7 for Portis. 1st and 10. Clinton Portis, 41-yard touchdown run. We needed that. Up 14-6. Let's see if we can get a stop on defense. 4th and 4. We do. Okay, let's go. Oh, we fumble. They recover. And they score. Man. 3rd and 4. 1st and 10. 2nd and 4. 3rd and 4 here. Here's a big 3rd down. Tim Couch, 1 of 2 for fucking pick. Okay, Vic, wishbone. Can we convert this? Drops back. Quick out. There we go. I like that throw. Just get it out to the flat right away. Okay, let's keep it going. Reggie for 15. Portis for 4. 7 yards. 2nd and goal from the 4. 3rd and goal from the 5. This is a massive play. A minute left. Try to take a 7-point lead. I'm going to run the ball here. We are built to run the ball, but we'll see. Vic's going to drop back. That's going to be short. Going to have to take our 3 here probably. Field goal good. Walker, 2nd and 8. Wow, he's going to score here. Wow, we stopped him with no points there. That was huge. They get the ball to start. 1st and 10, 2nd and 20, 3rd and 10 here. This is a big 3rd down. Let's get a stop here, defense. We have a nice defense. We have a lot of good players, young guys. King is a good quarterback for them. Right over the middle. Oh, get a tackle. Wow, great gang tackle to keep him short. Probably going to punt that football. That is a great job. They are going to punt it. We get the ball. 8 yards, 5 yards, 1 yard rush. 3rd and 4 here. King's got 209 and a touchdown. Vic under center. Motion across, speed option. Look at Vic hit that hole. That is what we want. That is why I always wanted Michael Vick in this offense. He's the perfect fit for it. 5-yard rush, 7-yard rush, -2, 3rd and 5. Once again, this is what we're built for. We ought to convert this. Sucks we don't have Sean Alexander right now. Vick. Bringing pressure, get it out, stay in bounds, oh wow, Clinton Portis with a disgusting stiff arm. And this is how our offense is built. This is exactly what we want it to be. You know, ball control, running the football, 3rd downs. But if we get to 3rd down, we don't want anything over 5 yards, because 5 yards, we can run it, we can pass it, we can do whatever we want. Okay, wishbone. Portis going across. I think this is going to be a pass. Yep. Oh no, we try to draw to our fullback and we lost 3. Okay, well, we're going to have to take a field goal there. If it was like 3 yards, I probably would have went for it, but oh, we went for it and we got stuffed. Oh no. And they're driving 2nd and 6, 1st and goal, 2nd and goal, 3rd and goal from the 4. Can we hold them to 3 right here? This is huge. King hands it off, and that's a touchdown. Willis McGahee. Okay, so Ohio State takes the lead. That is tough. 5 yards, 6 yard, -3, 3rd and 11. We convert and we fumble. 3rd and 9. We stop them. We get the ball back. Reggie for 30. Key for 11. 2nd and 8. 3rd and 6. Down 4. Okay, what do we got here? Vic drops back. Boom. Great. Oh, that could be a touchdown. Beat him. Oh, down to the 2. Good pass there by Vic. Stay in the pocket. Find Maurice Andrews for 26. Throwaway. Touchdown. Okay, we go back up 3 here with 5 minutes left. 3rd and 6. Wow. Oh, they went for it. Got it. Okay, so this is 4 down territory for them, clearly. 1st and 10. Wow, they fumbled. They fumbled with 3 minutes left. I was just going to hop in and watch. Okay, 3rd and 3. We have got to convert this. I do not want to give them the ball back right here. Hand it off. No shot. Larry Johnson, our freshman running back, is stuffed. Can't really go for this. 3 minus 10, 3rd and 9 here. Come on, defense. If we called them to no yards here, I don't know if they'll go for it. Boom. Yes. Okay. So I don't know if they're going to go for this. They still have 3 timeouts. They are going to go. So this is the play of the day right here. If we stop them, we should be able to just run out the clock. Empty. Bringing a 4-man over to the sideline, out of bounds. Let's go. Okay, as long as we don't fumble or do anything dumb, we should be able to run this out. 2-yard rush, 4-yard rush. We got it to 3rd and 3. We still haven't. Okay, so they still have 2 timeouts. So we have to get a first down here. If we get a first down here, it's basically over. Motion. Vic. Go, Vic. Go, Vic. Let's go. Michael Vick. That is why I love Vic for this scheme right there. That should do it as long as we don't fumble. Oh my gosh, it did that thing where it just gives them the ball again after the... Oh, I cannot wait for the new NCAA came out. You've seen that. I just got a first down and it just gave them the ball for some reason. Luckily, we got them to 4th and 10 here. And that's insane. I don't understand how that happens, but there it is. We should be able to run it out now for sure. Neal. 4th and 13, 20 seconds left. And that is it. Nebraska, we win. We beat Ohio State. Now we really need Wisconsin to lose a game. We need them to lose to Penn State here, and then we'll be tied. I don't know what the tiebreaker is. Vic, we threw 2 picks that game. Portis had a big day, 177. Johnson got in, but not having Sean really hurts us too, because Clinton should be our number 2 back right now. He's being the lead back. And I redshirted Westbrook, who would have been just him and Westbrook, but instead we have that Washington as our other back. Okay, then we got Iowa. Man, we are just in so many battles for these guys, man. Like, I don't know if we're going to sign any of these dudes. Like, we're basically tied with all of them. Like, we just don't have enough of a lead where they're going to commit before National Signing Day, and I'm not going to be able to get, like, any of them, which is very unfortunate. I'll be able to get, like, 2, right? We're going to be able to get, like, probably going to have to be, like, Benjamin Watson and Sean. Unless some of these other guys decide to commit over the next 2 weeks, but I just don't see why they will. We have no way to hold their feet to the fire, like with visits or anything. Did Wisconsin lose? They did not lose. They beat Penn State. They're going to be undefeated unless they lose to Michigan State this week. So we're going to be 1 loss and not make our conference championship, even though we didn't lose to Wisconsin. Iowa. I mean, we kill Iowa. So Michigan State, please beat Wisconsin. Please beat Wisconsin. This year did not just go to plan. Losing to Michigan, that game just killed us because now, like, that hurt us with the recruiting. We're not getting as good a recruiting class as we could have if we won that game. You get Dan Collins. We're just still in a huge just recruiting battle with all these dudes. 14 scholarships remaining. There's just no way that I can sign a bunch of these guys. We do have a bunch of our lower level guys visiting this week, so maybe some of them will sign, but none of our big boys. Okay, let's see. Michigan State, did you save us? Oh, that's this week? Oh no, they beat Michigan State in overtime. Wow, that's tough. 11-1, and we didn't make our conference championship, and we didn't even lose the team that gets in. How dumb is that scheduling? Because if we played each other and even if we would have had a loss, but we end up beating them, we would have made it. Because we would have the tiebreaker. Or if they beat us, they easily make it. That is so stupid. And then recruiting. We have 12 scholarships remaining. And we really don't even have we'll sign that guy. We barely have a lead on anybody. Like, basically, I'm just going to have to say we're going to get Benjamin Watson and Sean Taylor. Like, those are the 2 we really need. And we're going to have to just say screw it. And we'll probably get this Michael Graham. That's unfortunate. I don't even know. Like, we're going to be 11-1, number 5 team in the country, but like not have a conference championship. Wisconsin, you bastards. How did we not play Wisconsin? So still 6 seasons in, I've only won 1 Big Ten, which blows my mind. Not in the Heisman run. We're in the Rose Bowl. Oh, because Wisconsin's in the Natty, so we're replacing them in the Rose Bowl. So we will actually watch that game. It's pretty cool. They got Tom Brady and Urlacher and stuff, so that'll be a cool game to watch. Yeah, so we'll hop in. Okay, so let's do it. Let's try to win a Rose Bowl. Would still be a good year. We'll probably, if we win this, we'll probably finish as like the 3rd team in the country. All things considered, going to be a pretty good season. 2nd best offense in the country, 11th on defense. They are the #1 passing offense, and we're the #1 rushing offense. Tom Brady for them, nice year, obviously. Vic, Wayne, Abraham. Vic did not have quite as good of a year as last year for sure. Okay, I'm going to sim through the first quarter. We get stopped. They get stopped. We go down and score. They get a 3 there. We go down and score a touchdown. Keep going. We stop them and we're driving here. 2nd and 8. We got a 3rd and 5 at the Rose Bowl. Nebraska Cornhuskers. USC Trojans. Vic drops back, hands it off to Sean. Ooh, he's going to fall forward, almost get it. We're going to go for this. We're not playing to lose. We're playing to win this. Same thing. I'm going to do that, the speed sweep here. And then if they're really playing more to the edges, yeah, like this might be a freaking touchdown. If we hold the edge here, look at this. Boom. Clinton Portis. Totally overplaying to stop the middle, and we're able to bust it to the outside, take a huge lead. Portis looks like a star. It's gonna be him and Brian Westbrook next year. Let's keep this going. 3rd and 3. We get him to 4th and inches. Stop him. Incomplete. Portis, Vic, Sean, Vic. 3rd and 4 here. Absolutely blowing USC out right now. Vic drops back, going deep. Boom, what a throw by Vic. Oh my Michael Vick. That was beautiful to Maurice Andrews. Toe tap along the back of the end zone. That was disgusting. Okay, Brady's starting to drive him here. So watch, I just want to see a little bit of Brady at USC. 27-3. Motion a guy, run a little jet sweep. Almost be able to turn the corner. Wow, that throw by Vic was incredible. Brady, okay, so Brady was able to score there. You never know. I mean, they got Tom Brady at quarterback. Can't get just complacent, and we are just driving it. Vic is with 323 yards in the first half. Like, we're just better than Wisconsin. Pissed me off that we didn't get to play them. Toss here to Portis, and Portis, okay, I was about to say Portis looks like incredible, and then he just stopped going to the corner for no reason. He was 100 yards in the first half, though, 8 yards a carry. Watch 2nd down here. Vic, gonna tuck it and run, and Michael frickin' Vick, man. Wow, touchdown. Brady, it's Brady to Steve Smith. Like, that is their connection. That is wild. And they have Carson Palmer on the bench, but we're up 34-11 here. We'll probably just kind of quickly sim through the second half. I just wanted to see if Brady even try to throw a pass. We get too much pressure, able to get that out, but has to throw it away. Brady actually, he might be injured. Brady honestly hasn't even played that bad stats-wise. We've just kind of dominated. So let's just kind of go through this quarter. Brady, wow, 41-11. We are a unit, 48-11. Like, we're getting better as the year goes on. 48-18. Man, we should have. This might be our best team that we'll have for a few years. I'm pissed we weren't able to make the Natty. That Michigan loss really just hurt the recruiting, hurt everything. That was my big visit week. There's no way we don't sign at least 2 more of those guys if we win that game. Plus, we're undefeated. Oh well. The Rose Bowl, we're going to probably be, like I said, around the 3rd team in the country. Vic had a great day. He was incredible. Portis was great. That's going to be it for Sean. Sean got hurt this year, which kind of sucks. Maurice Andrews. But there we go. Rose Bowl feels nice. This was a great team. This is a very good team on paper. So, yeah, I bet you we're going to be the number 2 team after whoever wins the Natty. Michigan, I just can't believe we lost. Kill me, bro. It's just killing me. We had it all in front of us there. We're number 3, so Wisconsin wins it all, so I really can't say too much bad about them. They ended up beating Navy. They got to play freaking Navy. Do they still have, I think they have, they don't even have, they had McNabb at quarterback. They don't even have McNabb anymore. I don't know, man. That Michigan State. They beat Michigan. Damn. Texas went undefeated too and didn't make this. They didn't put Texas in the Natty, but they put one loss Navy instead of Texas. Wow. LT. All right, weird. Heisman, we already looked. We didn't win any of that. Brady, first team All-American. We got Kreutz and Thomas. Second team, Chad Pennington at Tennessee. We got Will Witherspoon at linebacker. Freshman, Willis McGahee, Charles Rogers. We got Gord and Anderson. OCU Minora, Will Witherspoon and Lance Briggs, Newman and Soria. So we had a really good we're really young. Like we're gonna be in it for years to come. That's where we were. Passing stats, rushing, Portis was 9th in the country, receiving Reggie at 875. Honestly, all things considered for Reggie, he has not put up bad stats considering how run heavy we are. Vic up to a 208 rating. Rushing, Portis 16. Vic went down to 845, so definitely less a game. Defensively, Briggs had a great freshman year. PFLs, sacks, and here's our ints. We might have led the country in scoring after it's all said and done. We were 4th in total offense, second best rushing. We did lead the country in scoring. Defensively, we were like a top 10, 15 defense too, so really good team. Not able to wrap it up there, but there we go. We just have so many guys in the off season here. So 12-1 Rose Bowl. Okay, so Tim Couch is trying to declare. Oh, okay, he's staying. Good. Transfer. Okay, we'd like you. The transfers never stay. Deuces. That's all he said. Wow. That's funny. Okay, he's staying. Baker. Usually the guys will all stay. And Key. Bro, you're a fullback. You're not leaving for the draft. Okay, so who did we lose? We lose Sean, Morris, Kreutz, McNeil, Pearson. So we did lose some guys this year, but honestly, not that many. We're going to be really good again next year. Transfer requests. Did anybody try to come in the door? Nope. Okay, now recruiting. The whole recruiting thing this year, we could have had such a good class and that Michigan shit happened. Annoy the shit out of me. So yeah, like I said, we basically got to go all in for Benjamin Watson, or sorry, Sean Taylor, number 1. Like I'm not losing Sean freaking Taylor. Come on. And then it's basically between Benjamin Watson and Kellen Winslow because we desperately need a tight end. And Watson just fits our scheme better. He's more of a balanced run blocker, pass receiver, where Winslow's more, if we were running like a spread, air raid offense, I'd be going Kellen Winslow. I would have loved if we could have got, one of Henderson and Harris, or one of those 2 offensive linemen plus Tommy Harris. But that's not going to happen this year. Like Tommy Harris would have been a great guy to get, but we just need a tight end. I honestly would have went Tommy Harris over Watson, but we need a tight end. We just do. And then the fact we don't get Barnes or Henderson, that Michigan loss just killed us, man. I think I gotta do, I could have done all the visits the next week at Minnesota. I think I gotta be more careful to be like, if it's a guaranteed, not guaranteed, we could have lost to Minnesota, but the slightly easier game, I probably should have made them the visit. I can always go less than 7,500, but went to 5,000 and lost, guys. To me, I'd rather just guarantee myself a few guys, and then we'll probably get this Michael Graham. That is probably all we'll get, which sucks because we're gonna be like 10 scholarships short or 8 scholarships short from a full class. So there it is. We get Sean, we get Benjamin. We don't even get one other guy. Oh my gosh. So we're not going to have the number 1 class. We just didn't have enough guys. We only had 18. USC, Penn State. Who did USC get? They got Reggie Williams, Kellen Winslow Jr. Penn State got Darnell Dockett. We had the most 5 stars. Ohio State got Roethlisberger. Oh, Big Ben at Ohio State. That's a good fit. Okay, we'll just kind of look at all prospects here. So DJ Williams went to Michigan, Phillip Rivers, South Alabama, Jared Allen, Oregon, Jericho Cotchery, Georgia, Houston for Eli, Winslow SC, Michael Turner, Wisconsin. That's a good fit for them. Tommy Harris goes to Boise State. Reggie Williams. We get Benjamin Watson. Darnell Dockett, Penn State. Lee Evans, Tennessee. We get Sean T. And we get Steven Jackson. D'Angelo Hall, Tennessee. Bob Sanders goes to Boston College. Ryan McFadden goes to Michigan. We get Robert Gallery. So we did get 4 real guys. I think we got Gallery, Steven Jackson, Sean Taylor, and Watson. That's a good group, but it just could have been better. We did get 2 really good athletes. Damn. This guy wants to be a wide receiver. Any defense for me? Nope. Gonna be a wide out guy. QB, running back, wide out, no defense. Honestly, put you at QB. Could be a good option quarterback if we don't get another one. Bo, wide receiver. We'll put him at safety. Just gonna go through and see if we have any more position changes we need to do. I think we're gonna have to put Baldwin at right guard. Right tackle, Gallery will step in later. Left end, right end, D tackle. Left outside, middle, right outside. Yeah, we should be good now. Corner. Ooh, we kind of need some corners low key. Position change is good. Alrighty, so we're at the start of this next season here. We're just gonna look at our roster really quick, and then I'm gonna make the recruiting class, and then we'll get going. So we have Couch and Vic. Now, what I think I'm gonna do this year is I think I'm gonna redshirt Michael Vick, play Tim Couch because he's going to be gone after this year, then bring Vic in back next year. So we basically get 2 years with both these guys. Otherwise, Couch is just a backup again, and we don't really have that next guy coming up yet. Running backs, we are so incredibly loaded. We have Portis, Washington, Westbrook, this battle. Then we have Larry Johnson and Steven Jackson. Like, we are so loaded. Fullback Jimmy Key is going to be really good for us this year. We got Reggie Wayne with Andrews, Hawk, and Reddick. And once again, I'm low-key tempted because these guys are both seniors to redshirt Wayne and Vic this year. Redshirt them, play Andrews, Hawk, and Reddick, and then just bring because otherwise, you know, I don't know. I'm tempted to. And just try to get by. And then we're going to have McNeil and Watson at tight end. Luckily, we got Watson. We really needed him. That's our left tackle. Guard, we're good. Center, we're good. Right guard, kind of need another guard, but we'll be fine. Baker, and then we got Gallery in behind him. Adams. And we're loaded right now. Like, we're all good. But we do actually kind of need one this year. Larson. This is it for Hampton. So we could use a really big impact D tackle in this class. Loaded at linebacker right now. Witherspoon, Fry, who is a senior, but we have a lot of linebackers. We have Lance Briggs, sophomore, junior. Corner, we only have 4. So we do need to get another corner in this class. Free safety, we got Sean Taylor for the next 4 years. And then strong safety, could use another safety in the door. But that's the roster. We look really freaking good once again. The big thing is, what are we going to do with Vic? I think I'm going to redshirt him and play Couch for a year, but we'll see. So I'm going to make the next recruiting class and we'll get into it. Alrighty, boys. So this is technically our 2001 season, 2001 recruiting class. Coming off, you know, back-to-back really good years, 12-1 and 13-1 the last 2 years. We won a national championship, won a Rose Bowl. So it feels like we're starting to pick up steam a little bit. We're going to get into this recruiting class. It is created. Now, this is a good class. I wouldn't really say it's like incredible for what we need right now. What we really need is we need a quarterback, and there is one quarterback that I like in this class. I believe it's next year's class where there's someone I would really love, but we'll get into this right now. So at QB, we got a few. We got 4. We got Aaron Rodgers, doesn't need much of an introduction. We got Ryan Fitzpatrick, and we're actually 5th and 7 on their boards. And then we have Joe Mauer. Now, Joe Mauer was actually a baseball player, got drafted 1st overall by the Minnesota Twins, but in his recruiting class, he was actually the number 1 quarterback recruit. Was going to go to Florida, like 6'5", was a Hall of Fame catcher in Major League Baseball, so I included him. Then we got Alex Smith. Now, Alex Smith was actually the one I was pretty interested in. He's actually a low-key pretty good runner. Looks like we're not on his list possibly. I'm actually going to add Rodgers. I don't know if we'll go super hard at him, but if we did get Rodgers, cool. I mean, we got Aaron frickin' Rodgers. As far as running backs, we have a pretty good group. We got Frank Gore, you know, Niners legend, played at Miami. We got Cadillac Williams, played at Auburn, was a top 10 pick by Tampa Bay. We got Ronnie Brown, who was Cadillac's teammate at Auburn, was also like a top 10 pick. We got Cedric Benson, who played at Texas. And that is it. Now, we're 1 on Gore and Cadillac. We have a bunch of running backs right now. So honestly, even if we just got one of those, basically, I'm just going to try to get a 5-star running back every year and just keep it rolling that way. We'll add this one fullback. Go to wide receivers, and this is a pretty good class. We got 4. We got Braylon Edwards, who were actually first on his list. He went to Michigan. It's like a top 10, top 5 pick, I think, by Cleveland. We got Michael Clayton, who played at LSU. Roddy White played at a small school, University of Alabama at Birmingham. And then the last one is Vincent Jackson. We're actually first on his board as well. And we're actually doing really well with some of these receivers. And this could be Reggie Wayne's last year. I might redshirt him. So we honestly do need some receiver help. So all those 4 stars who were number 1, I'm just going to go after all those guys. Moving on to tight end, and we just have one. It is Heath Miller, and we're not on his list. He would have been the absolute perfect fit for us. We do have some other tight ends. We did get Benjamin Watson last year, but tight end's always a really good position for us. Like, you know, so we're going to go pretty heavy on those 3, and our board is filling up, so I got to be careful here. Now we have 2 offensive linemen. The first one is Andrew Whitworth. He's from LSU, played with the Bengals and Rams in the NFL. Not on his list, so the rest will be auto gens. Got honestly not the best group of offensive tackles. Maybe I'll add Whitworth just in case. Maybe we could sneak in on him. And then if we go to guards, we got 1. It is Logan Mankins, and luckily we are first on his board. A couple other big time guards who are number 1 on, which I like to see. Yeah, we'll just go for those 3. Then we'll go down to centers. Not great with the centers. Maybe add this 1. Yeah, so O-line, we've been doing okay on the O-line recruits, but not incredible. If we move to defensive ends, we got 1. It is DeMarcus Ware, 5-star, crazy good DN. I might add him just in case, because we're not super high on like really highly ranked dudes right now. And then if we go to D tackle, we have 2. We got Sean Cody, who played at USC, and then we got Marcus Spears, who played at LSU. Spears were 3rd. We'll add him. Got a couple 4-stars we're relatively high on as well. We only have 8 spots, so I got to be careful here. Okay, moving on to linebackers, and we got 3. We got Thomas Davis at outside linebacker, played at Georgia, played forever for the Panthers in the NFL. We also have another 5-star who were first. We'll add him. Go to middle linebackers, and we got 2. We got Derek Johnson, who played at Texas, Lofa Tatupu, who played at USC and the Seahawks in the NFL. Derek Johnson played with the Chiefs, and we got another 5-star, but honestly, our board is filling up. Okay, we'll add him. If we go to corners, we have 2. We got Adam Pac-Man Jones, pretty famous NFL player, and he played at West Virginia. The other one is, did I move him to safety? Maybe actually might have moved him to safety. Let's see if there's any other corners. Not really. And then we got 2 free, 1 free safety. It's Antrell Roll. And then we have another 4-star who are number 1. So that's already our board full. I want to look at our athletes though. How many athlete? Okay, honestly, I only really want to open up 3 athlete positions, so that's not too bad. Okay, we added 2 athletes only right now. So that is our board. Now, the big decision, I kind of mentioned it before, is going to be what we want to do with the red shirt. So what I'm thinking is I think I'm going to redshirt Vic for a year, start 99 Tim Couch, because really, if we didn't redshirt Vic for next year, it is either going to be Hill or Shaw starting for us next year. So not like horrible options, but yeah, that would basically give us a whole nother year to try to get the next guy in. So that is what we're going to do. We're going to do Larry Johnson. We'll play Steven Jackson for a year. Then we'll redshirt him. Wide out, I think we'll sit Reggie Wayne. We'll let these other 2 senior receivers start with Reddick, and then we'll have Reddick and Wayne as our receivers next year. We'll do this Collins. Tight end, I mean, we could do this Jefferson. He'll never really play for us. We can do Rankin. Yeah, we only got 2 offensive linemen in last year, Gallery and Rankin, so we definitely need some more this year. Suggs start for us. Sean Taylor is going to be starting for us as a true freshman, and that is where we're sitting. So yeah, we're sitting Reggie Wayne and Vic for a year. So this is going to be a little risky. We're going to obviously play a little bit different, but we really have a really good backup senior right now too, even if Couch went down. The other big one is running back. Yeah, okay. I want Westbrook to start over that Washington. So we got Westbrook and Clinton Portis as our 2 running backs. Yeah, receivers, even with Reggie sitting down, are really good, especially considering how little we're going to be passing the ball. Custom schedule, we're a B schedule, so a little bit easier than last year. The first 5 games till Penn State, wow, and then we just have Michigan, Minnesota, Iowa at the end. We don't play Wisconsin again, which is just weird to me. I don't understand why you're in the same conference, but you wouldn't play each other, but we play Penn State and frickin' Michigan, Ohio State almost every year. But anyway, okay, let's get into the regular season. Okay, let's just look at some of the preseason stuff. So preseason polls, we're coming in as the #1 team in the country, even though we didn't win the national championship. Texas and USC, both A+. Wisconsin doesn't look great, but they didn't look great last year. Georgia, Ohio State look good. Michigan looks good. Where's Penn State? Penn State's an A. But yeah, like A+, A+, A+. We got 3 A+ in the Big Ten right now, including us, so not gonna be easy. And then Penn State's never just an easy walkover game. Clinton Portis right now coming in at 4th on the Heisman watch. So get preseason All-Americans. Brady at USC as a redshirt senior. He's had 4,300 yards and 39 touchdowns in back-to-back years, so should put up some stats. Baldwin at guard for us right now is our only first-team All-American, and we have Witherspoon as a second team as a sophomore. Championship contenders, we should be 1 for the next few years. Yeah, we're 1-1-1. Georgia, Ohio State right in that top 5. Texas, Michigan right in that top 5. Honestly, like USC as well. It looks like us, USC, Michigan, Ohio State might be the 4 best teams as far as like most consistent over the next few years, which 2 of those are in our conference, which is a little scary, but that's all right. Okay, we're going to go through the recruiting here. The last 2 years, I've got 0 auto commits. Let's see if we can change that. Okay, so first one I offer, we get Frank Gore as an auto commit. So that's nice. And let's see if we get any more. Nothing else so far. Come on, give me another one. This is insane. Literally the first one I offer. Okay, and then this last one I offer. So we get a 4-star athlete and Frank Gore. So that's a pretty decent start. Usually I like to get 3 or 4, but two will work. Now I'm going to go through offer, set up my board, and then I'll show you guys what it's looking like. All right, here's what the board's looking like. There's a lot of guys I kind of want in this class, honestly, that we have a shot at. So basically just going to, after 1 week, I'm going to see who we have a better chance of between Vincent Jackson and Braylon Edwards. And Rodgers, he doesn't really fit our system, but like if we could just get Aaron Rodgers up the passing a little bit, maybe we will. Andrew Whitworth and Mankins, I would love both. Mankins, I think we have a really good shot with. Whitworth, we'll see. Spears and Ware, maybe the 2 best defensive linemen in the class. We're going to go hard after. Then we have a bunch of guys, Roll, Jones, fullback, tight end, 2 O-linemen, and then Thomas Davis Lofa, a really good linebacker, and Derek Johnson that we're all just kind of offering a bit of points to. We'll adjust after week 1 with those other guys once we get all our scholarships back, and we'll pull some points away from other guys. Okay, so we got South Alabama first week. Really nothing tough at all till Penn State. We better be undefeated by then. 55-24 first week win. Okay, let's get back into the recruiting here. So with Braylon, looks like we have a really good shot with Vincent and Braylon, but we really don't need 2 5-star. We'll see. Rodgers. Do I want to play Rodgers? There's a QB I want next year. I'm just going to say it. It's Vince Young. I want Vince Young. If we went Michael Vick to Vince Young, I'm like 95% sure Vince Young's in the next class. Okay, it doesn't look like we're gonna get Whitworth, so we're gonna get out on him. That'll free us up some more points. Mankins, we're gonna go up to 700 for him. Spears and Ware, do we have a shot? I think we could maybe have a shot with Ware and Spears. We're gonna go hard at both them. Okay, let's look at these 2. So Antrell and Jones, we barely offered them points and we did well, so we're gonna go up a bunch more with them, up to 500. The fullback, tight end, these are just kind of middling guys. We're just gonna offer them a bit. These 2 O-linemen, we're gonna go more mid-level here, 350. Then we got these 4 linebackers. We didn't offer enough. We're kind of out on him. Looks like Silva and Lofa are our best 2. So we're gonna offer some decent points to these 2, like 500 probably. Okay, so that's kind of where we're sitting. Honestly, I'm really liking our triple option, run heavy offense. I think it's just like a fun, interesting way to play. So I don't really know if I want to get Rodgers and just like totally switch up how we play. Like he's like a decent runner, but he's not incredible. So we're gonna sim one more week and then we'll take a look. 56-7, so nice wins to start the year. Okay, so we got a huge lead on Braylon. I think we're just gonna go for Braylon. Or sorry, for Vincent Jackson. 6'5", speed. I don't think we need two number one wideouts like that for this offense. Aaron, I just don't even think we're going to get him. I'm going to pull the plug on Rodgers. I want to stick with this run-heavy offense for now. Okay, now we leave it at Vincent. Logan, Marcus Spears, Ware. We're going all in on them. Okay, ooh, we're kind of falling behind on Jones and Rolfe, so we're going to pick it up there. So yeah, we're kind of falling behind with this offensive lineman, so we're just going to kind of offer to those two. And the linebackers were kind of falling behind as well. Okay, looking at these QBs, and nobody's really offering Joe Mauer. He's kind of in that same position as Rodgers. He kind of fits the scheme, not like a perfect fit, but we're going to go after him. Okay, FAU week 3. Like I said, even Penn State's unranked. Like we don't have technically a ranked like this schedule looks a lot easier on paper. Would be really nice to get through one of these undefeated going into the conference championship. That game's a little tighter against FAU than I would have liked, but we get it done. Still nobody ranked till Purdue. I mean, this is okay. Northwestern. Then we got at Penn State. Isn't going to be an easy game, even though they're unranked, but I mean, on the road at Penn State is never easy, especially for a team like us who's never went undefeated through a regular season. I'm always like, we could lose any week right now, it seems like. Okay, so I added some more guys to our board. We're just going to go down, offer some scholarships here. Thought we might get some auto commits. Okay, we got one, a 3-star middle, and a free safety. So we might just kind of go after Joe Mauer here. Nobody's going after him. 4 or 5-star type QB, even if we don't ever end up starting him. Okay, Penn State. Let's get it done on the road. Oh, there we go. Okay, so that's our toughest game until that kind of Purdue-Michigan back-to-back weeks. Okay, BYU, Michigan State, Purdue, Michigan. Michigan's at number 3. We're at number 2 right now. But like I said, we can always lose a stupid game in this. Winning is never a guarantee. Ooh, we lost an offensive lineman, one of those ones we were going after. Ooh, we might have lost a few guys here. Seth, Joseph, and we lost Antrell. Okay. Luckily, there was another free safety we were doing good with until literally... Oh, he just went on his visit. Okay, so we're gonna up this guy to like 500. He could be our Antrell role replacement. Yeah, I'm not so sure about this class. I don't know if we I don't know if it's gonna go quite as well as I would have hoped. It's gonna be okay, but yeah, we'll see. Okay, Michigan State. We got, so Purdue's looking good. We're all the way up to number 7 right now. We beat Michigan State. It's gonna put us at 7-0. Okay, so we just got Vincent Jackson. We lost. Was that free safety I was just going after? We just lost him. Oh man, this recruiting cycle, boys. I thought we were gonna do well in it. I don't know. It is just not. Oh, we just lost a few. Yeah, this David Hurd. He was that free safety. I said, oh well, he can replace. Okay, we might get some auto commits on just some lower level guys here. Oh, here this guy could actually be an offensive lineman. 6'1", 300. So we're actually going to go hard after him. So let's just get a little update. So we're doing good on Mankins. Spears, he just visited Ohio State. It's basically a 3-horse race. DeMarcus Ware visited Tennessee. We're right in it. Pac-Man Jones looks like we might get him. And I think he's visiting this week. This fullback, honestly, I kind of need him. He's coming for his visit soon. Tight end, he might sign with Air Force this week. I don't think we're going to get this guy. Lofa, we might get this guy. Joe Mauer. Britton, did he just visit? Oh no, we're just falling behind with him. Harris, Jay Rove are falling behind. He just visited. This guy I actually low-key really want. 6'1", 300. Not many times you get the athletes who are actually going to be O or D linemen. Okay, let's look at some stats. Look at the top 25 here. So top 25, we're at number 2, I think, in the country. We're number 1, Michigan's 2. Wow. So we're the only 2 undefeated teams in the country, and we play in like 2 or 3 weeks right now. Then Texas, USC, Wisconsin's at 1 loss again. So if we lose to Michigan and Wisconsin stays unbeaten, we could miss the conference championship again. Brady's leading the Heisman race. Portis is in 2nd. Let's look at just some stats here. Oh, we're missing all the freaking words there. So Tim Couch, 210 rating is really good. 15 touchdowns, 1 pick. Rushing, Portis is at 958, 136 a game. Westbrook's at 89 a game. Couch is only at 33 a game, where at one point in Vic's sophomore year, I think he was at 83 a game. So you can kind of see the difference in rushing threat. But look at our 3 top running backs, all averaging 6.6 yards per carry. So our run game, very dynamic. Like, we're doing this without Vic or Reggie Wayne, who are both redshirting. Basically, our 2 wide receivers we throw to the ball to, and nobody else, both at 70 a game. Defensively, Briggs having a nice year. TFLs, Briggs and Abraham. Sacks, Abraham, Wade, Washington. Bunch of guys with 1 int on the year, including Sean T. Team stats, you can never tell at this point because everybody's played different games. Like, we've played 7. These 2 teams have played 8. But we're at 45 points a game, number 1 in the country. Defensively, we're, number 4 in the country on defense. Michigan's number 1. So team is looking really good again. We basically have a semi-easy game right here, then a huge game against Purdue, who are ranked. And that's our huge visit week. So if we lose that again, I'm going to be pissed because we lost last year to Michigan. Then we're at Michigan. Could be both undefeated, the only undefeated teams in the country. 62-7. Okay, so this is a massive game. Number 11 in the country. All our visits are in this week. Got to get it done, and we win 29-17. Let's go. And now this sets up the game of the year in college football. 1 versus 2, as long as they're still undefeated. The only 2 undefeated teams still in college football. The winner probably, has the inside track. You still have to win the Big Ten championship, but inside track to make the national championship game. The loser might not even make their conference championship. So we get DeMarcus Ware and Andrews and George. Okay, so we got 3 D linemen. That's not bad. So Mankins, Spears, Jones. We just have a ton of guys not signed, though, which makes it tough. Joe Mauer, bringing a QB. He's still not visit. Yeah, I just don't even know how many of these dudes we're going to get because most of them have already been in for their visit. We didn't sign them. So we're in kind of a similar position as last year where we might get, a few of them to the offseason and just have to hope we get them locked down. Okay, so here it is, guys. Game of the freaking year. We are going to watch this one live. 1 versus 2. Let's get it done on the road. So we're first on offense, second rushing offense in the country, and we're second on defense. They're first on defense. So both really good teams. We are definitely more balanced, but that only takes you so far. You got to get on the field and win. Injuries, we're missing a few offensive linemen. They're missing a few defensive linemen. I don't know if theirs are starters or not, but okay, in the big house. Gotta get it done. Keep our unbeaten season alive. 1 versus 2 in the country. Big Ten football. Gonna sim through the first quarter here. So we get stopped. They get stopped. We get stopped. We're driving now, though. 2nd and 3. 1st and 10. 2nd and 11. We got 3rd and 13 here. We do have Tim Couch, who's a good thrower of the football. 99 quarterback. We have some good receivers on the outside. Couch drops back. He does have time. Slides. He's going to go down for the sack. And this should be a field goal right now at the end of the first quarter. Michigan fans like it. Field goal, no good. So we miss our field goal, but we are really playing good defensively. Definitely a defensive battle right here. We're starting to run the ball, though. Run it. Run it. 3rd and 1 here. Keep running the football. Nebraska Cornhuskers. We want unbeaten. Portis and Westbrook beside Couch are going to motion out Westbrook. We're going to pass. No. Oh, nice job by our fullback to fall forward there. We have 159 yards rushing right now. This is what we do. 2 yards, -3, 4th and 2. We're going to go for this. I'm going to take over and go for this. We're going to do, I really like this speed sweep on these short yardages. And then see how they're kind of actually not really playing that. We're actually going to do this fullback dive now. Boom. Oh, we got it. We got it. So on that, I kind of like if they're all really collapsed down, I'm just going to do that jet sweep. If everyone's spread out more, then we can just audible over, do the fullback dive. Okay, still in our wishbone here. Westbrook. Hand off to the fullback. Gets another 2 to 3 yards. We need to take a 7-0 lead here. Jimmy Key's got 10 carries already for 28 yards. Just right up the middle. Go to the fullback. We have our backup fullback in right now, who's a lot bigger, number 29. Gonna hand it off to him. He's slow as hell, but he is in. Anthony Walter with the touchdown, and we take a 7-0 lead. And right now, our defense is absolutely handling these guys. I say that now. Yeah, now they're gonna drive. But we were handling them. They are out of field goal range here on 3rd and 4. So we get a stop here. We probably hold them no points. They might go for it on 4th down, but okay, gonna bring a pass rush. Blitz in his face. Wow. Oh, he dropped it. Or I don't know if we got a hand in there, but wow. Great job to stand in and deliver the football. They are gonna go for it on 4th down, though. That would have been a great stop. QB drops back. Good check down. Nobody in the flat. Easy completion for Charles Rogers with the catch. He's got 52 yards. So we were doing really good defensively. Now they're starting to drive and they get a touchdown. So 1:53 left. Can we drive? Wow, we just got 3 nice passes in a row. 2nd and 10, 3rd and inches here with a minute left. I'm probably going to go for it on 4th down unless we take a sack here or something if we don't convert here. Still have 3 timeouts. Gonna toss it here to Westbrook. Gets the edge. We get the 1st down and the timeout. Good drive here. We got a 3 yards. 3rd and 10 here for Couch. 40 seconds left. Only 1 timeout now. We gotta snap this. Couch drops back. 5-step drop. Slides. Delivers. Picked off. It actually looked like the guy was open. He had to lead him a little bit back, more to the back corner. Damn. Rogers, touchback. Okay, so they get the ball. 3rd and 14. They get 16 yards. Wow, they're starting to pass it all over us. They go down and score. It is 14-7. 8-yard rush, 5-yard rush, 9-yard rush, 5-yard penalty, 3-yard rush, 9-yard rush, 5-yard rush, 3rd and 7, 4th and 7 here. We're just going to have to kick a field goal. Field goal is good. 14-10. Okay, their ball. We need to get a stop here. They've been kind of chewing us up here. 29-yard gain. 4th and 1. They go for it and complete. Wow, we can just not stop them on defense now. 2nd and 3. 1st and 10. 2nd and 5. 3rd and 8 here with 15 seconds left. Down 11. We had such a good start to this game, and our defense just can't get off the field now. Okay, snap it, Couch, and take it to the 4th quarter, ass. Oh, man. Down 11, going into the 4th on the road against Michigan. Defense really starting to let us down here. I mean, offense only scored 10 points, but here we go. Couch drops back, slides. You got to get rid of this, Couch. Fade away. Wow, that was a great throw by Tim Couch to keep the drive alive. Fading away in the pocket. Completes it. -3, 3-yard, 3rd and 10, 4th and 10. We get stopped. Okay, they got a 4th and 9 here. Not the performance I would have liked so far. I mean, there's 5 minutes left. Not looking good, but we'll see. Delivers. Incomplete. Oh. Looked like it was going to be completed, but we get in and break it up. 21-10 right now. We got to go get some points. 6 yards, 10 yards, 4 yards, 6 yards, 3 yards, -2. We complete it. 2nd and 3, 3rd and 6, 1st and goal from the 3 with 3 minutes left. We have 28 first downs and we've got 10 points. We have got to punch this in and get a stop. Westbrook throwing, boom, touchdown, boom. Yeah, that know what really hurt us? That interception before the half, because we could even got a field goal there. It would have been tied right now, but we're down 3. We need to stop on defense. 8 yards, -2, 3rd and 11. Here it is. Let's go. Cornhuskers, we need a stop. This is it. It is go time right here. We have 3 timeouts. We're going to have all the time we need. Here it is. Keeping this running back in. Oh, he completed it. Big throw down the field. 4-yard, -3. Incomplete. Oh, wow. They went for it on 4th down. We got it back with a minute left. 2nd and 10, 3rd and 10, 4th and 5 here. So here's the game. We have no timeouts. Let's see what Timmy Couch can do. Westbrook over. Drops back. Nice little slant over the middle. We'll take it. Good throw by Couch. Maurice Andrews has 7 for 84. 40 seconds here. Snap the ball. Come on, Couch. Go deep. There we go. Nice completion again. I think that was Clinton Portis. 38 seconds. Offside. We're going to decline that. That should stop the clock. We'll sim a play. 15-yard game. We got 30 seconds. Here we go. Let's go get a win. You got to snap this ball. Sometimes the ball, okay, Couch. End zone. Down to the 1. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. This is tough because we have no timeouts. Are we going to spike it? Spike it. Okay, I'm going to take over here just for the play calling aspect. And I'm just going to do what I said before. This is risky because, you know what? We're going to pass it one play. Because if it's incomplete, we don't have to worry about the time. Boom, there it is. Oh, just a little slant. 1 yard touchdown pass, Couch. 17 seconds left. 8 seconds left. Throw away. 3 seconds left. Honestly, I lost on a Hail Mary one time in an SEC championship game, so I'm a little worried here because they don't play like prevent defense. They'll just play like normal defense. Oh, we got a sack, though, to end it. There it is. What a fourth quarter for the boys. Terrell Suggs with the sack to end it. And Nebraska, that we stay alive as the 1 seed. Beat Michigan on the road. So we've won at Penn State and at Michigan so far in this sim. That is what we needed. Trying to go, win 2 national championships in 3 years. And this would be our second undefeated, or this would be we're alive for our first undefeated season of the sim, which is kind of wild because this is Couch, not Vic. But Couch, nice day, 203, had that pick that I didn't love. But Westbrook and Portis both had nice days. Key had a ton of work up the middle. Andrews has been really good for us as the #1 rec. Pac-Man locked us out, really Pac-Man. I don't know with this recruiting, guys. I just don't know if we're going to sign any of these dudes before the offseason. Maybe we'll get Maurer probably right last week, but... Okay, so we got Minnesota, Iowa to end the year to stay undefeated. 48-14. Oh, so Iowa, last game of the year. Yeah, we're just in these recruiting battles. Like, I don't think any of these dudes were going to sign up before the end of the season. So we're just going to have to pick 2 of Spears, Mankins, Jones, Lofa, McNair, all these dudes. We'll get a few guys signed this week, but none of the big guys. Okay, Iowa, this is it. 3-8. If we lose to 3-8 Iowa, 45-7, undefeated, #1. I think we are the only undefeated team in the country. Oh, we lost that fullback. Now we do, like I said, have some guys in for visits this week, but none of the big dudes we were after. So we get Joe Maurer, we get a running back, a tight end, and a guard. So this is what we got in the offseason. We got Mankins, who we have a nice lead with. Spears, Adam Jones, McNair, Tutupu, and then just like a bunch of like kind of filler guys. I think I'm going to go Mankins for sure. Like I'm just debating, do we go 7,500 for 2, or do I try to go 5,000 and get 3? Us or USC for sure. Us or probably Coastal. Us or Michigan, and us or Georgia. Cross that bridge when we get there, though. Either way, we're gonna have a good class. But okay, so we're gonna rematch against Michigan here. So we're gonna sim through this game just so we can get we'll watch the national championship if we win. 49-32, we get the W. Undefeated national champs on the freaking way. Who are we gonna play? Could be like Texas or somebody. Nebraska, Texas would be cool. I'm down for that. Wow, Clinton Portis wins the Heisman. I think him and Vic now have each won a Heisman. We'll have 2 Heisman winners on the team next year. We're playing Louisiana Monroe. Oh, so they're undefeated as well. They're not Power 5, though. Us versus them could have been Georgia or Texas, Louisville, USC, if they wouldn't have lost to Washington. But we have a 79 overall Louisiana Monroe. So this should be a bit of a walk in the park. All right, so Natty, let's just get into it. I mean, we are probably 40-point favorites in this game. If we lost somehow, I don't even freaking know. We got the easiest Natty of all time right here. They have a good defense, but non-power 5. Actually, they run the ball technically for more yards per game than us, but once again, non-power 5. Their best players are like 80s, like low 80s. This should be... We don't win this by like 40. I don't know what to say. Okay, we're going to go through the first quarter here. 7-0 Nebraska. 14-0. We got to stop. They got to stop. We got to stop. Here's our offense. Washington. I don't know if Portis got hurt. This Washington's got a ton of run. But we got to stop. 14-0. 3rd and 5. 1st and goal. Okay, we'll watch this. We'll watch these 3 plays, and then we'll probably just super sim through the rest. See if we can punch this in, go up 21-0. Key and Westbrook in the backfield. Oh, okay. That was a weird play call. Tim Couch, 5th year senior, only year to start. And he could lead us to an undefeated national championship. And then all of a sudden we just have Vic and Reggie Wayne coming back next year. It's like they both just got injured. We'll say they both got injured in like a, car accident the offseason. They were together. It wasn't life-threatening, but it was right before the season. They both had to do injury red shirts. We'll go with that. Okay, here it is. 3rd and goal. Let's see if we can punch this in. Gonna have to throw it here, Couch. Going end zone just before it. Westbrook. Take a 17-0 lead. I don't know if Louisiana Monroe is going to be scoring many points, so this should be fine. We stop them. We go down and score 24-0. Okay, let's just go to the end of the game here. 31-0, 38-0, and 45-0. So yeah, this was about the easiest matchup we could have ever gotten. We go 2 and 3 years now. We're starting to pick it up a little bit here. Tim Couch in his last college game, 228 and a touchdown. Westbrook had 85. Portis didn't really play a ton in this game. Andrews had a nice year, I feel like. So there it is. First undefeated natty. We're starting to pick up steam. We've lost 2 games in the last 3 years. Did anticlimactic playing Louisiana Monroe, but hey, I don't make the schedule. We just play who's in front of us. Cornhuskers, we're officially back. You win 2 and 3 years, we are back. We're trying to get us like we were in the mid-90s. They won in 94, 95, 97, I think, in the 90s. So we're trying to do something like that. Now, to kind of recapture that, we'd have to win next year. That would be 3 and 4 years. Yeah, so final polls. Obviously, we're the #1 team in the country. Georgia, USC, Louisiana Monroe obviously should not be up there. We know Portis won the Heisman. Brady, first team All-American, 4,500 yards this year. 58 touchdowns. Holy crap. Brady went off. Kelly, us, Goins, and Baldwin, and Baker all make it on O-line. That's it. Second team. So we got 5 O-linemen between first and second team. Casey Hampton, senior D tackle for us. Freshman, Big Ben, Michael Turner. We had Stone and Adams. So they just really like our O-linemen, basically, for All-Americans. Brady led the country in passing. Drew Brees, David Carr, and McCown on the list. Rushing, Portis gets 6th. Receiving, Reddick had 934. Couch, 205 rating, 29 touchdowns, 2 picks. Portis, 1,700 yards. Westbrook, 1,200 yards. And we'll have both these guys back next year. But this is a year where we actually do lose some guys. I feel like Hampton, I think we lose Abraham. So we do kind of actually lose some dudes this year. Nate Clements, maybe. Okay, so rushing yards led the country. Second in scoring. I kind of want to look at that USC team stats, honestly. We were the #1 defense. So #1 offense, #2 offense, #1 defense. I want to look at just USC with Brady. So Brady, 197 rating, 58 touchdowns, 3 picks. Who are his receivers? And they had a 1,500-yard rusher. Jeez. Steve Smith, 1,400 yards. They had Roy Williams. Their receivers are insane. Steve Smith, Roy Williams, Kellen Winslow, and they have freshman Reggie Williams. And I'm pretty sure they're QBs. I actually kind of got to look at this. Oh, so this was his first big year. That is absolutely nuts. I would have loved to play them in the Natty. That's who we beat in the Rose Bowl last year, though. We look at USC, because I think they might get Aaron Rodgers right now. They have Brady. They might start this Scott or Carson Palmer next year. And then I think they might get Aaron Rodgers. They have Steve Smith, who's a senior. This Robinson's back. Roy Williams is back. Reggie Williams, and Kellen Winslow Jr., who's a freshman. That offense is loaded. Okay, let's advance into the offseason here. Recruiting battle with a ton of guys, which sucks. Obviously, we're going to stay. Okay, players leaving. Ooh, we actually lost a good freshman wide receiver. Will Witherspoon. Come on, buddy. These guys always stay for their degree. Reddick, Gord, Goins, Saria. Saria will actually probably be a starter next year. So who do we lose? We lost Couch, whatever. We got Vic. Good corner. Abraham, Hampton, Andrews, Hawk, Baldwin, Washington, Baker, fullback, Wade, Lumpkin, Fry. This was definitely the most talent we've lost in a while, but I think at all those positions, we should be still pretty good. Okay, so recruiting. We're going to go Mankins for sure. I think we need Spears, honestly, most. Like, what if we go... I think I'm going to try 5,000 for 3. It just sucks because I know if I go 7,500, I get them both. Where here, it's like, what if we only get 1? But what if you get 3? Risks. Spears. And then do we want Lofa? I just kind of look at the rest of the class. I honestly don't really love the rest of the class other than the really big guys we got. Do I want Adam Pac-Man Jones or Lofa Tutupu? Let's go Lofa. And who knows? We might get a few of these guys down here as well, like just Diggs and stuff, but... Oh, if we don't get at least 2 of these guys, I'm gonna be pissed. Come on. 5,000 just doesn't hit like 7,500, I've noticed, but we'll see. Okay, we get them all. And we get a left outside, so that's pretty good. Still not the #1 class, though, because we just haven't been signing big enough classes the last 2 years. Ohio State, we did get tied for the most 5 stars. Ohio State, all just auto gens. Georgia, Cadillac, and Braylon's a really nice combo. Michigan. I mean, our class is still pretty good. Wasn't quite as good as I think it could have been, but... So for top players, Braylon, Georgia, Texas, Rogers. Okay, so he doesn't go to USC. Oh, they weren't even... At the start, it looked like he might go there, but we get Lofa, who's actually the 3rd player in the class. Clayton goes to ULM. San Diego State for Sean Cody. We get Frank Gore. So we get 3 top 10 players. Jordan Turner. Ryan Fitzpatrick goes to USC. We get Spears, Cadillac, Georgia. Derek Johnson, USC. Thomas Davis, USC. So USC got some big-time players. Ronnie Brown. This is Silva, who I was going after. Yeah, Wisconsin. We get 5-star running back Britton. Roddy White, LSU. DeMarcus Ware, we get. Adam Jones, ECU. We get Green. Vincent Jackson, we get. Yeah, we definitely had the best class as far as high-end talent. We just didn't sign enough guys. And we got Joe Mauer, who I don't even know if he'll ever play for us. Position changes. Athletes. Oh, this guy's a bust. I really wanted him. I thought he'd be good. And this guy actually was better than projected. So a running back, it looks like, most likely would be his best spot. Or QB, but we don't really need QB. We don't really need a running back either. Okay, here we are at the start of the next season. Just going to look at our roster before I make the next recruiting class. So just going through that, it looks really good. And remember, we're bringing back Vic and Reggie Wayne this year. And then we have Shaw, who's a sophomore. He's got 87 speed. He actually might be a pretty good quarterback for us for like 2 years. Depending if we can get someone else in the door. Only 70 awareness. What's his throwing stats like? 86, 89. Then we have Joe Mauer, who I got. He's 79 speed, so good athlete. He's thick. He's almost like a Tebow mold. And then we have this guy's a 91 speed, smaller, only 179 pounds. But we'll deal with that later. Our running backs are legitimately insane. It does make sense because if you could play anywhere, why would you not be here? But we have Westbrook, Portis, Larry Johnson, Steven Jackson, Frank Gore. That's insane. 5 like Pro Bowl NFL running backs. We have Anthony Walter as our fullback this year. Wideouts, we brought back Reggie Wayne. We have Reddick. We have Briggs. These guys are all... okay, these 2 are juniors, sophomore. And then we have young Vincent Jackson, who will be our new #1 in a few years. McNeil and Benjamin Watson at tight end. Left tackle, senior. Have a good freshman in behind him. Gord, junior and junior. Center, senior, but we have a nice sophomore in behind him. Right guard, Mankins is going to start as a freshman. Gallery, redshirt freshman, going to start now. T Sizzle on one end. Brooks is going to start as a senior. Then we have DeMarcus Ware and behind him. Larson and Washington, Doughty, Clay Shelton, and Marcus Spears at D tackle. Vincent gonna start at left outside, Witherspoon in the middle, Deloach plus Lofa and behind them. Briggs is a junior, sophomore, so we have a lot of linebackers. We need some corners. So we have 3 good corners this year, but we lose Clements next year, and then we have a 70 overall. So if we have any injuries or anything, like, we need some corners. We really only have 2 safeties. They're young-ish, like Taylor's young, and this guy's Syria's a junior, but we definitely need some more safeties. But overall, team looks stacked, could easily go undefeated again. Let's see, just gonna make this recruiting class. All right, boys, so 2002 season, we are coming off our 2nd national championship in 3 years. It's actually been maybe 2 or 3 days since I've recorded one of these, but pretty good class right here. And so we're in the last year with Michael Vick. There is a quarterback in this class that I would absolutely love. If we could somehow go from Vic to this guy, I did kind of mention it earlier, it would just absolutely be as good of a run as we could hope for with this triple option offense. Now, going to QBs, we got Matt Liner, Jay Cutler, and the one I was talking about was Vince Young. Now, we might be one of those 4 open slots, so I'm going to add him. Who knows? The other one is actually Marcus Vick. So Michael Vick's little brother, we could maybe get him. We do have Joe Mauer from last year. So if we strike out on QBs, I'm honestly not too worried about it, but I'm going to go all in on Vince Young and just see if we can kind of get lucky and get him. Going down to running back, we honestly don't really need one, but there is 2. It's Lorenzo Booker and D'Angelo Williams. We're actually first on both. Those are the only 2 running backs we're going to go after. We'll just go hard after whichever one I think we have a better shot with, but we have so many running backs right now. Going down to fullback, got 2 who are actually in a decent spot with, and in this scheme we do need a fullback, so we'll go after those 2. Now getting into wide receivers, we got 4, and it's 4 pretty exciting ones. First, we got Devin Hester, obviously went to Miami in real life. We got Larry Fitzgerald, who went to Purdue, or sorry, looking at Purdue, he went to Pitt. Santonio Holmes, who went to Ohio State, and the last one is Brandon Marshall, who went to UCF. Now, unfortunately, we're not on any of these guys' lists. I might just add Fitzgerald, maybe Hester, and just see if we could get one of those 2. Otherwise, we're really not in a great spot with any of these receivers, but receivers seem to be kind of the easier positions to kind of recruit, so I'm not worried about it. And we don't really need them in this scheme. As far as tight ends, we have none. Oh, sorry, we do. I don't know why he wasn't on my list. Mercedes Lewis really fits our scheme perfectly. 6'6", 270 pounds, really good blocking tight end, and we're number 1 on his list. Another 4-star who are number 1, so we're gonna add both those guys. Yeah, we'll probably just go after maybe this 4-star. We'll just kind of see, but there we go. Now getting into offensive linemen, we have 1 guard, 1 tackle, and 1 center. The 1 tackle is Eric Winston. We are 4th on his list, so we will add him. Then we got 3 other 4-stars who are 1, so we'll just add all those guys. So pretty good tackle class that we could get in on. For guards, it's Davin Joseph. He went to Oklahoma in real life. No, we're not on his list, so we're gonna go. We got a couple of good 4-stars there. So this actually looks like a pretty good O-line class as far as who's interested in us. Then lastly, we have centers, and we have 1 really good one. It is Nick Mangold. We're not on his list, but I'm gonna add him. We'll just see. Maybe we'll be a little further down. That's kind of it. We'll cut it off there. Okay, moving on to defense. So for defensive ends, we got 3. We got Cameron Wimbley. We are number 1 on his list. Then we got Sean Merriman and Tamba Ali. But even if we get one of those 3, that's a really good start. We got another 4-star who were number 1. So we'll add those guys. D tackle, we got 2, and we are number 1 on both. Haloti Ngata, superstar at Oregon, played for the Baltimore Ravens forever, and we got Kyle Williams, who played at LSU and the Bills forever. Gonna add both those. If we get either of those, that would be sick. We'll just add those 2. So it seems like a pretty good class as far as guys wanting to come to us. Outside linebackers, we got 1. It is Amon Brooks, kind of a really good pass rusher, outside linebacker type. We'll add him. We got Price as well. So yeah, this class is looking like it could shape up to be really good right now. Only have 9 spots left. I don't know. For middle linebackers, we have none. but we do have a 5-star and a couple more 4-stars. So this class is really looking like it could turn out really well. As far as cornerbacks, we have none, but we do have a 4-star, so not quite as good on the corners as far as our guys. And then we only have one safety. It is not any free, it's a strong, so we got one 4-star safety we'll add. Then we got Brandon Merriweather, who went to Miami. We're 3rd on his list. Big 5-star. We'll add him. We'll add Harper. Rashad Harper, and we'll add Merriweather. And then we're going to save. Might even have to add a little bit more here, but we'll look at athletes. Ooh, we're not super high on the athletes right now. Ooh, we're not number 1 on any. We'll just add the 2 4-stars who are 2nd. Ooh, this guy. Okay, actually, I'm going to add this guy as well. I got to steal a spot. Gonna add this, this 5-star athlete, 6'5", 240. I like that. Okay, so that is a recruiting class. Honestly, it is looking like it could be really solid. Gonna get into our red shirts here. So we're gonna sit Joe Mauer for a year. He honestly might end up being our starter. It'd be him, maybe Shaw, maybe Hill. We have 3 pretty good options next year if we lose Vic. But if we are able to get Vince Young, I'm just gonna start him. We got Clinton Portis. Now, I could redshirt Portis, but honestly, it doesn't really matter because we have so much young depth on this team. Like, we can go Westbrook and Portis this year. Then next year, it'll be Westbrook and Johnson. Then the next year, it'll be Johnson and Jackson. Then the next year, it'll be Jackson and Gore. Like, it is absolutely crazy. So, yeah, we could buy a year, but we really don't have to. Wide out, we'll do Vincent Jackson for a year. Center, I mean, this guy's a 66, but... Mankins, okay, like in our O-line, we'll do that. T Suggs, DeMarcus Ware. Honestly, might be worth. Maybe we'll do that next year. We'll redshirt Suggs for a year and let this Wade start. D tackle. I mean, it's worth doing Spears. Get an extra year from him. Worth doing Tupu. We'll let Briggs play, but even next year we could redshirt Briggs and let this Rooney play and just buy an extra year. Newman Lynch. Yeah, we really need to get a corner in this class, and it wasn't the best corner class as far as like guys who want to sign with us. That's one thing I got to be wary of. It wasn't even like the best DB class. Yeah, so I don't know. That could be our one position where we're looking a little sus going forward if we're not careful. I don't think there's anything major with running back as far as who I want to play, or sorry, any positions here on who I want to play where. Should be all pretty straightforward. Okay, custom schedule. This is always big. We're a C+ schedule. Super easy. We start with back-to-back buys. Northern Illinois, Nevada, Troy Northwestern, Penn State, Michigan, Appalachian State, Minnesota. Wow, this is a pretty soft schedule, it looks like. So, hey, I'm not mad at it. Let's go try to win our 3rd natty in 4 years. Okay, let's do all this preseason stuff. So preseason polls, we're coming in as number 1. Georgia's A+, USC's A+. Michigan and Ohio State are both A+ in our conference. So Wisconsin's an A- in our conference. Penn State's a B+. So Penn State probably not quite on our level, but have us, Michigan, Ohio State, all in the Big Ten is a tall order. Heisman watch, Clinton Portis coming in as 2nd. Drew Brees at A&M, Joey Harrington at Oregon on the list as well. Preseason All-Americans, we should have 1 or 2. Yeah, we got Clinton Portis, left tackle, Gord. That's it for first. Second team, we got Goins. Yeah, that's it. So we got 3 or 4 first team All-Americans. Championship contenders, I'd imagine we're 1-1-1. Yeah, 1-1-1. Georgia, USC, Ohio State, 2-3-6. Michigan, Wisconsin looks pretty good. So yeah, we're doing the best job at Michigan, Wisconsin, Ohio State. They're just going to make conference really tough for basically the whole time we're in it. Okay, now we're going to go through recruiting here. We're going to offer scholarships and just try to see if we get auto commits here. So we are 7th on Vince Young. We have a shot. I'm going to go 700. I'm going all in on him, even though we don't necessarily have the inside track. Probably not going to worry about Marcus Vick unless it gets to the point where, okay, so we got our first auto commit, D'Angelo Williams. So I'm not even going to offer Lorenzo Booker. We'll just let him go somewhere else, even if we got an auto commit. Like, spread the wealth a little bit. We're doing too crazy there. If Vic's not getting heavily recruited, maybe we'll go for him, but I'm not going to be too worried about him. Let's see if we get more auto commits. Of course, running back D'Angelo Williams, the one position we always need them, so it's always good to have, but we have just the craziest group right now. Haloti, Kyle Williams. Okay, so we got Kyle Williams. So we got D'Angelo Williams and Kyle Williams, 2 5-stars in. and Ahmad Brooks. So yeah, the last few years we haven't been getting the auto commits, but there's 3 huge ones right there. Gonna make this much easier, the whole recruiting process. Down, and that should be it. But yeah, we get 3 right away. So I'm gonna go through, do all my recruiting, and then I'll show you guys what we're kind of looking like. Okay, this is what the class is looking like right now. Vince Young, we're going all in. I would love to get him. Haloti Ngata, honestly, we don't even need him, but like 10. It's just, he's such a dominant player. Larry Fitzgerald, Wimbley, Meriwether, Mercedes Lewis, Eric Winston. Those are kind of the 7 real life guys we're going to go hard at. Then we got a couple of offensive linemen. We got a fullback. We have a safety and a corner and 3 athletes. We're going to add more points after we get our scholarship points back right after this week. And we got 2 bye weeks. So really all we worried about these first 2 weeks is recruiting. So one thing to keep in mind is other coaches will have that Saban factor. So even like someone like Vince Young could auto commit right here this week. So Nick Mangold auto committed to Ohio State, but we weren't really going all in on him. I didn't really have the points for him. So Vince Young, we moved up to 3rd. Us, UW, and USC, it looks like. Haloti, us, and Michigan. Fitzgerald, we might have to pull it on Larry. Okay, we're doing good with Wimbley. Honestly, we need DBs, so I'm gonna go hard at him. Honestly, this guy's just such a good scheme fit. I think we gotta kind of pick like 2 of these O-linemen. I would really like Winston, but he seems like we're not going to be able to get him. So maybe we'll go out on Winston, and we're going to go with these other 3, the guard and the 2 tackles, like really high, 600 for each, and see if we could lock down these 3. Then this corner and safety we like really need. So I'm going to go really hard at both these guys, and then we're going to kind of just let it run with these 2. So basically this week, I'm just going to let it see where we sit with like Larry. I'm debating pulling Larry's 500. We're going to go one more week, see where we're at. And then I might just pull, because we just got Vincent Jackson. We really don't, if we have 1 really good receiver, we're going to be fine. So I don't really know if we need 2 dominant wideouts. Obviously Fitzgerald would have been sick, but if it's going to be a tough road, it might not be worth it. Okay, back into recruiting here. So it's us and USC. So we're going all in on Vince. I'm never pulling less than 700 for him. Haloti, Larry. Yeah, we're not going to get Larry. So we're just going to pull on him. Wimbley, we're doing well. Meriwether, we're all in on Meriwether. We need DBs. Lewis, we're kind of all in as well. These 3 O-linemen. Wow, we're in the race, but not great with those 2. Fullback, we're fine. This other safety, go up a bit. I definitely like this corner. We just need a corner, like bad. Like I don't even know how good this guy's gonna turn out to be, but we just need it. Then for our 3 athletes down here, we're kind of doing good with all of them. We're gonna go higher to this Antonio Williams. He's the one I'm most interested in. Yeah, so that's kind of where we are sitting with everybody here. Okay, we got our first game of the year finally. NIU. This is going to be probably our best team ever on paper, especially offensively. Senior Vic 99, Senior Reggie Wayne 99, Portis and Westbrook both 99s at running back. This is about as good as you could ever have on paper for this triple option offense. I'm expecting, thunder, lightning, fireworks this year. I want to put up crazy stats. Really hoping that is the case. 45-0 is obviously a good start. Okay, visits can get going here. So we're going to go week 9 or 10 for our visits. Man, we're falling out with these O-linemen. So we're going to kind of pull from this Nixon. So it doesn't look like we're going to have as good of an O-line class as I would have hoped. I might have just kind of picked going at the wrong guys, but this is going to free up some more points to kind of spread out the love. Okay, Nevada, week 2, 35-10 win. It looks like we're not going to get Haloti, so I'm actually going to pull from Haloti. We got Spears last year, and we already got Kyle Williams, so we really don't need him. It was more just kind of would have been nice, but honestly, it looks like if I want to just try to test something here. If we go to 700 to this 4-star tackle, would this get us in it? So we haven't really been offering him, but we're only 1,600 behind. So I want to monitor that and just see if we offer that guy, are we going to jump 700 points right now? Okay, we got Troy, Northwestern, nothing till Penn State, Michigan, and then like this is a pretty easy schedule, all things considered. Troy 63-7. Whenever we get in the 60s, I like to go look at the stats. We're gonna check that one out. Look at recruiting here first. Where was that tackle? We jumped 200 points in 700. So I don't know if that's enough to get in it. but we'll give it a few more weeks maybe with him. Yeah, I want to look at scores and schedules. Last week, Nebraska. So we got Vic 8 of 10 for 161. That's like a 20-yard per play average throwing the ball. Rushing, Portis had 158, Westbrook had 107, Vic had 80, and Larry Johnson had 24 with 213 and 2 rushing touchdowns. Receiving, Briggs, Reggie Wayne had 2 for 63. So pretty wild day, put up 63 on Troy. Once again, 0-4 Northwestern before we play Penn State next week. All right, guys, so just for this next 12 minutes of this video, I had a little bit of technical issues with my microphone. So I didn't lose any of the recording, but all my audio dropped out. So we're just going to react to this. I already know what kind of happens here, but honestly, this was a while ago, so I kind of forget. I'm going back right before I post this and just re-recording the voiceover. So we're 3-0 at this point. There's actually no games in this. It's just kind of some recruiting following along with the season. So I'm just going to go hands off here. We're kind of just looking at the schedule. So we're 3-0. We beat Northwestern 51-0. So we're staying unbeaten, beaten, keeping that alive. Obviously really big right there. Okay, so here's the recruiting battles. That's what kind of the recruiting is looking like here. So we play Penn State. They actually lost again, so they're unranked now. We have Michigan next week, number 4. We're just gonna sim right away, apparently. 41-14. Get that W, and there we go. So keeping our unbeaten streak alive, and now we play Michigan. So obviously this is going to be a huge game coming up. Okay, now looking at recruiting here. So we are going heavy at Vince Young. 700 points there. 700 points to Merriweather. We really needed a corner at this point. So this Mark Harris, I'm going really hard at him with 700 points. Mercedes Lewis really fits our scheme well. Big blocking tight end. We got Cameron Wimbley, would be a really nice defensive end for us. We have some offensive linemen, all 700 points. We're kind of doing okay with them. Trying to get at least maybe 1 to 2 of those guys locked down. Got a fullback we're going after, and then a few athletes. And then once we do our visits and stuff, that'll unlock some more points for us. Okay, so we have this Michigan game here. They're number 3, we're number 1. 99s basically. We're in 99, they're in 97. I think I wanted to just go look at the Michigan roster here. So here they are. They have Antoine Randall L at QB. Really good dynamic running QB. Him versus Michael Vick's a cool matchup. They have Charles Rogers, Marcus Trufant, DJ Williams, Bryant McFadden. So they have a lot of real life players, some good guys. But I decided I'm just gonna sim through this. Hope we get the W. Okay, and we do. We win 48-38. Sim through that, and then we're gonna watch the conference championship and the Natty if we make it that far. And yeah, I don't know why on this Nebraska one, I've just been having some issues with my mic and my computer doing weird shit. My computer was like freezing during the game and cutting out. In the last episode, it happened a few times. It hasn't really happened since then, but I've been trying to be really careful of it. So yeah, basically us or USC for Vince Young. Merriweather, all our visits are kind of week 10, it looks like, is our big visit week. We're in it with all these guys, though. It'll be close. Wimbley, Lauren Hart, Stephen Harris as guards. We have our fullback. Okay, I was going to say, I better open the door with this guy. Might as well. It'll jump us back into contention and just our athletes. So we really kind of want to free up some points here so we can start going after some other guys as well. That'll kind of happen as we go through our visits, though. Okay, Minnesota, 42-17. So staying undefeated. That is what we like to see. Oh, so we got a couple of offensive linemen and a corner right there. Was that our visit week? Oh, I meant no, week 10. Oh, that was the visit week. So we actually didn't sign as many guys as I would have thought. So Vince Young, it's down to us and USC, but USC has him for a visit the last week of the year. So at this point, I was like, I don't think we have a very good shot at VY. Maybe best shot would be to get him to the offseason where we could set a lot of points. Merriweather, doing all right. Wimbley, here we unlocked a bit more points, so we can go a little harder at these guys, go for the fullback, go at these athletes a little harder. But I always like to get, a few of those really big recruits locked down on that big visit week is always my goal. Okay, we got Michigan State here, then Illinois, Iowa, Purdue. So 4 relatively easy games. I think I was going to look at, so Vic's 92nd in passing, Westbrook 11th in rushing yards with 1,000, Briggs right there for receiving yards. Vic 198 ratings, really good, 1,109 touchdowns, 2 picks. Obviously we're very run heavy. Rushing, Westbrook, Portis, and Vic all having really big years. Westbrook and Portis, like Portis averaging 7.3 yards per carry, Vic 6.7, almost all of them above 10 rushing touchdowns as well. So yeah, very dynamic run game right now. Receiving, Briggs, Reddick, and Wayne are just kind of our top 3. Briggs is really outgaining Reggie Wayne right now, which is a little surprising, but it is what it is. Defensively, Lance Briggs leading the way. Larson, Briggs, QB sacks, Brooks, and Larson. Sean T has 2 picks. Look at team stats here. Rush yards, we're blowing everybody out of the water right now. We've played 1 less game than Navy, and we have 300 more yards, so that'll do. Points per game, we are 1st in the country as well, so best offense in the country it looks like right now. Defensively, we're 2nd in yards and 1st in points, so we are looking like a bit of a wagon right now. Leftwich leading the Heisman race. We are in 5th with Westbrook. So there we go. That's kind of our stats at the midseason here. We got 4 more games left in the season. So Michigan State 52-28. Get that W. Keep our unbeaten season alive. Okay, we're just going to sim through Illinois right here again, and then we go 63-20. So I always love when we get in the 60s, especially this is a Big Ten school. We get in the 60s this late in the year. That, you know, when that happens, your offense is cooking. Absolutely cooking right there. And we get a couple other guys to sign, so 3 other guys there. Look at recruiting, and all of a sudden here, I just noticed, boom, Vince Young. It was USC and us, and USC dropped him for some reason. So all of a sudden, it's us and like Montana State for Vince Young. So at this point, it was basically guaranteed we were going to get Vince Young. I don't know why USC dropped him. I have no idea. This same thing happened with Michael Vick. Super weird. I have no idea. I swear, I'm not doing nothing. I'm not controlling anything. It was super weird. But now basically, we're going to get Vince Young. We have a bunch of points we can kind of just spend on these guys and try to lock them down. Before I just got rid of Marcus Vick just because I'm like, let him go somewhere where he can play. It'd be more fun if he's at a different team than just like our 4th quarterback. But yeah, so now all of a sudden this class is looking like it could turn out to be really, really nasty. Okay, so we got Purdue here, Purdue, Iowa. 42-17 win, so just keeping our winning ways rolling. So there it is. Vince Young officially commits. We got Mike Harris and Davis Shaw as well. Iowa last game of the year right here. We are still undefeated. You guys are going to look at the top 25. So us and Texas, only undefeated teams in the country. So we could be on a collision course for Nebraska, Texas, and Natty. Oh, and I think I wanted to go back and look at that 62 point just stats, or the 63-20 Illinois game. Look at the stats. Vic 93, 2 touchdowns, pretty good. 203 rating. Rushing, Portis, Westbrook, each over 100 yards. Vic added 65. Yeah, so decent, not actually insane stats, even though we did put up 63. Back into recruiting, really we only have, these 5-6 guys we're really going after. And none of them, once we got Vince Young, it was kind of like we're smooth sailing with our recruiting. We got the big guy we wanted, and now everything else is just a bonus. Okay, Iowa, last game of the year, 59-28. So the offense is just absolutely cooking right now. 59-62 in 2 of the last 3 weeks. All these recruits are kind of still up in the air at this point. We're just going to sim to the conference championship right here. Yeah, all the recruits are kind of up in the air. But yeah, great regular season. Cap it off. One of our best, maybe our best regular season of the whole whole series so far. We look like an absolute freight train. We were able to get 3 more guys signed right before the buzzer right here. So now we have Michigan in this rate in the next 30 seconds is where I noticed my mic cut out. But basically in the offseason, we have Meriwether, Mercedes Lewis, and Cameron Wimbley. And we're just going to pick 3 of those guys. Pick 3. Make sure we get... pick 2 of those 3, make sure we lock those down. So this is where we're going to end just my little voiceover portion, and then you'll just hop back onto the live commentary right now. Okay, so here it is, Big Ten championship game, and if we win this, we are going to play Texas in the national championship. So this could be absolutely crazy. Let's go try to wrap this up. Michigan's gonna try to, they lost to us early in the year, so make up for that L and stop us from trying to go back to back. We're on a crazy winning streak right now, so let's keep it going. So we're first on offense, first in yards, first in rush, second in defense, second in yards, first to pass defense. Like, we're just unreal. They're the second best offense in the country, though. Witherspoon, Westbrook, Gord. They got Rogers, Townsend, Hill. Ooh, they have quite a few injuries. We got a couple on the O-line. Doesn't look like any of our team's superstars on either side, though. Michigan, Nebraska, Big Ten championship. I would love to play Texas in the Natty. That would be a cool matchup. So let's get this done. Okay, we're going to sim through the first quarter here. 7-0 Nebraska, 10-0 Nebraska, and we're driving already. 3rd and 11. So I thought this was going to be a good matchup. We have a chance to go up 17-0 right here. We got kind of a trips look. Vic, shotgun. We're going to hand it off to Westbrook. So it looks like we're just going to be okay with taking 3 there. That's a good stop for Michigan. DJ Williams, one of the big recruits in the country. We're up 13-0. We force a punt. 3rd and 10. They force a punt. 3rd and 4. 1st and 10. 2nd and 13. Here's a 3rd and 12. So let's see what our defense has here. We got Sean Taylor on the back end, Nate Clements. We have a really good D-line, good linebackers with Witherspoon and Briggs. We were pretty nasty on D. Oh my gosh. I think they're trying to set up a screen there, and Keith Brooks comes in completely untouched and blows up Antoine Randall L. We're, sputtering a little bit on offense last 2 drives here, though. So let's see if Vic can do something here. Gonna motion Westbrook out of the backfield. Vic's going to drop back. They've got a free rusher. Check that down. Westbrook. Oh, that's a first down. Huge reception there. Westbrook's a really good receiver out of the backfield. So there we go. 7 yards Portis, 0 yards. First down, Reggie Wayne. 1st and 10 from the 15. Let's just watch this drive here. Cap this off. We have a chance to go up 20-0 right here, and we are looking like one of the best college football teams of all time, just bar none. Wow, Vic throws up. Wow, Michael Vick, great job. Only able to gain a yard there, but Vic is just the fact we just got where my goal, if you could have drawn it up, how I wanted this series to go was we start with Vic, then we go to Vince Young. That'll be like 10 years of those 2 quarterbacks with red shirts and stuff. It's going to be crazy. Throw a year of Tim Couch in the mix. Probably redshirt Young for a year, maybe as like junior year, and start Joe Mauer for a year, and just, we'll have those quarterbacks this whole time. I would have actually went for this on 4th down. Can we call a timeout? No. Okay, so we're going to go up 16-0 here. I would have went for it on 4th and 1. Kick is up. Kick is good. 16-0. And then Michigan is the 2nd ranked offense in the country scoring wise, and they are getting shut out here. -3, 6-yard rush, and they get stopped. Wow. 10 yards, -2, 1st down, 2nd and 12, 3rd and 10. Let's see what Vic's got in his left arm. We're going very jumbo here, but should be a passing down. Vic, straight drop, checks that down. Westbrook breaks. Oh, that was incomplete. Okay, that's a nice breakup to come in late there and knock that out of Westbrook's hands. Let's see if they can get some points here. 2nd and 10, 3rd and 4, 1st and 10, 1st and 10 from the 12, and they score. Wow, okay, so Michigan desperately needed that drive. They get it going there, and it's halftime. They get the ball. 3rd and 3, we get a stop though. Okay, out on offense, Westbrook. 3rd and 14, we get stopped, and they get stopped. Huge pass to Reddick. 2nd and 2, 1st and 10, 2nd and 7, 3rd and 2. Run the ball, Nebraska. I know we have Michael Vick, but this is run the ball time. This is what we're built for. 3rd and 2. It's a little cuter. I know I said run the ball. That's a little more cute than I would have loved. This is probably down where we're going to end up going for it. We're going to try to kick this field goal. Oh, God. As long as 41 today. I was going to watch because I thought we were going to go for it on 4th down. It is up and good. Wow, drills it. So we got a good kicker on our hands too. Hines. So 19-7, we have the lead here. Kick this off. Randall L. We got 3rd and 11. Probably in field goal range if they have a decent kicker. But I'm sure they're going to try to convert here. They need like 7. They got to get some points on the board here. Randall L drops back. Check down. That's going to be open. Oh, just short. So it'll be interesting. Do they try to cut it down to 9 here? As Charles Rogers, their star, and they are going for it on 4th and 1. Randall L, 14 to 21, 169. I'm assuming they're going to run the ball here, but we'll see. Randall L, he's a run threat. Check down. Nobody in the flats. Complete. There we go. 10-yard penalty, though. 2nd and 20. We get a penalty, and then they get a 22-yard touchdown. All of a sudden, it's a 5-point game. So we got to get going here on offense. 10-yard rush Portis, 16 yards Westbrook, 3 yards rush. 3rd and 9 all of a sudden, though. Okay, so pressure's on here, Nebraska. Can we get back, we're in the 2-possession lead here, Cornhuskers. Vic drops back. Plenty of time. Steps up. Fires. That was complete. Oh my God. I was into Reggie Wayne. There was 3 guys there. I did not like that throw from Vic, but he wired that in there. 2nd and 7, 1st and goal from the 9. So a field goal here puts us up 23-14. So that would be it's just 22-14. So that would be an 8-point lead. Vic, speed option, gets it out to Westbrook. That's a huge hit. Gains 3 yards on the play. 25 carries, only 3.8 yards. They're doing a decent job controlling our run game. Okay, here we go again. 2nd and goal. Touchdown here would be absolutely massive. Go into the fullback, and he is massive, and he scores. Anthony Walter into the end zone. That is going to put us back up 2 possessions. See what our D can do. They're starting to pick it up on offense, though, really well. 1st and goal. 2nd goal from the 4. 3rd and goal from the 9. Huge down here. Huge down. Okay, we got 3 down linemen. Randall L, we're only rushing 3. Oh, that's a good tackle. They gained 4. You probably got to go for this if you're Michigan. They are gonna. Trips to the top. Gonna just hand that off. That's in. Just into the end zone untouched. He was running slow. Looked like we were really playing to stop the pass there. That's extra points. We're back up 5 with 4:37 left. 10-yard rush Portis throwaway. 3rd and 7. Vic to Westbrook for 13. 5 yards. 2nd and 5. 3rd and 8. Woo. This would be a long-ish field goal. Our kicker's been nails. But okay, Vic, no sacks. Over the middle. Boom! Brian Westbrook! He has been such a deadly receiver for us today. 61 receiving yards out of the backfield. Crazy. -3, 6 yards. As long as we don't... so I was going to say, as long as we don't turn it over. That is going to do it. We're going to go to the end of the game here. They do get a touchdown there, but we win 33-28. We are on a 34-35 game win streak right here. Beat Michigan again, trying to go back-to-back national champions right here. But yeah, honestly, the biggest X factor there, we didn't run the ball great. Well, Vic actually threw the ball really well. Like 3.4 on 4.5. The big thing, the X factor in this game was Westbrook out of the backfield. 61 receiving yards. They weren't like screen passes. They were like vertical routes up the field where he was cooking linebackers and got it done. So we win the Big Ten. Give Michigan only lost 2 games all year, both to us. Oh, Randall L beats out Westbrook barely for the Heisman. Could have been our 3rd Heisman winner, but it's going to go to Randall L at Michigan. Okay, so we're playing number 2 Texas. What a game. What a matchup. These guys, Texas and Nebraska, used to be in the same conference for years and years and years. So many crazy games between these two. We do have a much better team on paper. They don't even look as good as Michigan. I want to look at their roster quick. Texas, Nnamdi. Oh, man, yeah, they have Aaron Rodgers. So freshman Aaron Rodgers led him to the big dance. So they could be good going forward, but we should win this game. Their best receiver looks like he's out. A really good running back they do. So they could be really good going forward too with Benson, Aaron Rodgers. But we got to win this game. Back to back, trying to win 3 in 4 years. First offense, they're 15th. They have a really good defense though. So we'll see if we can... if they're going to give us troubles. Nnamdi's young too. Oh, pouring rain. Okay, so this honestly should help us. We're a run team. They're built around Aaron Rodgers. You'd think this should help us. We'll see. Gonna sim through the first quarter. We go down 3-0. They go down 7-3. They stop us. We got the ball here. They stop us. They got the ball. We get a stop. So a bit of a defensive battle here. Pass to Reggie Wayne. 2nd and 5. 1st and 10. Oh, we turn it over? Fumble. Oh, man. 2nd and 2, 1st and 10, 2nd and 10, 3rd and 5. Here's a massive down. We're at like 45 points a game, and we're scoring 3 right now in the first half. Rodgers, screen pass. Oh, nice tackle. Okay. Looks like we might miss that tackle, but we come up. Defense is doing its job. Offense has got to pick it up here. We fumble that ball. Not what we want. Oh, I didn't mean to watch this punt return, but we'll check it out, I guess. I don't know who our punt returner is. Probably, gonna go touchback. Okay, offense, it is go time. No turnovers, and let's go get 7. -3, 3 yards, and we punt it. Wow. Rodgers, he punts it. -4. We punt it. Interception. Okay, Rodgers gets picked. We have it inside 3rd and inches here. I think Westbrook might have been injured because Larry Johnson has been in. So Westbrook, second high in the Heisman race right now, is out. Oh my gosh, you should have handed that off, Vic. It was wide open. I think I'm going to take over and go for this, though. I'm not kicking a field goal here. We got to try to punch this in. Basically, I'm going to do the 8 speed sweep weak, and if it doesn't look like it's going to be open to the outside, which it does. So I'm going to go with this. If not, then I just go fullback dive, but we're going to go speed sweep. Oh no! Why would he not block that guy? Oh my gosh. The fullback ran right by him. Oh no. Luckily, the defense is kind of balling here. 3rd and 16, 14 seconds left in the half. Rodgers in a QB. Man, who would have thought we'd be at 3 points right now? 4th and 20. The defense is playing great. We've had 2 possessions inside the 20 and came out with 0 points. Gonna be second half here. They get the ball. 1st down, 2nd and 14, 3rd and 9. Just pouring rain. We're at a 35-ish game win streak on the line right here. A-Rod in at quarterback. Trips to the bottom of your screen. Okay, Rodgers. Slides. Boom. Hit. Too much time. And he holds on. Big hit over the middle, but you just gave Rodgers an hour to throw back there. 4-yard throwaway, 4th and 2, but they're going for it. Oh, man. Can we get off the field here? This is huge. They're going to hand it off. Oh, we had him possibly, it looked like. Cedric Benson, big power running back, puts his head down, gets a 1st down, and they go down and score. It is 14-3. We would have been huge favorites in this game. 4th and 5. We have to punt again, and they have to punt. I'm getting tired of this. Can we go score some points? No, we punted. Holy, we have 226 yards. We have 3 points. Vic, this is your last college game, my guy. Rodgers, 1st down. Gets out of the sack down to like the 2-yard line. That is huge. Oh, our defense is doing fine. 1-yard rush, 1-yard rush. So 4th and 8. We have to score a touchdown here. -4. 4th and 13. We don't deserve to win this at this point. I don't even care. 1st and 10, 2nd and 10, 3rd and 3, 4th and 3. We get the ball back. Okay. We have 6:55. We need 2 touchdowns. 10-yard penalty, 3rd and 13. Is Vic injured? Oh, Vic's injured. That makes a little more sense. We lost literally Vic and Westbrook in this game. So our 2 best offensive players. Oh, so yeah, we have no shot. We need to come back with our backup quarterback here. Sliding, fading, picked off. Wow, what a way to lose a national championship. Vic and Rodgers both injured. 21. We score 3. We are at 9. Oh god, wow, we're driving. What the hell? I was about to just say it's over. If we would have just not got shut out in the first half on those drives, like we had 2 drives inside the 20, got 0 points. Snap the ball. Why are you letting the clock run down, you idiot? Snap it. Oh my gosh, bro. You do all that to do that, hey? Wow. I'm just going to super sim. Okay, we get in. We're down 5, but we need onside kick recovered by Texas. 2nd and 7, 3rd and inches. Technically could miss a field goal here. We need a stop. I don't know. We have 3 down linemen and they're about to run the ball though. So that's probably pretty stupid. Play action, which is dumb as well. In, and that is it. So we made it a little close at the end, but Westbrook and Vic going down really hurt our chances in this one. And that is going to do it. We lose to Texas. We were like on a 30 odd game winning streak. Could have went back to back 3 and 4 years, and we lose our quarterback and running back in the same game and couldn't score. Wow. Tough one. Even with Vic going down, like, I don't know. If we would have been just tied even and that guy came in, but like down 2 scores. That is going to do it for Vic's career. He did win a Heisman, won a national championship, won another natty when he was a red shirt. So he had a really good run, but that would have been, a great way to cap it off. But unfortunately, wasn't meant to be. We hold the L in the natty. Texas wins. And that is how it goes sometimes, boys. So Clinton Portis now has the most career rushing yards. Vic, most passing touchdowns, makes sense in his career. Okay, well, look, so we finish as the 4th team in the country. 2nd in Heisman with Westbrook, who's actually back next year. Randall L., Petty, Gord Goins, Larson, one of our D tackles, first team. So we had a lot of first team. Deloach, one of our linebackers. Nate Clements. Wow, yeah, we had a ton. 2nd team, only Robert Gallery. Freshman, Rogers, Rankin, Mankins, Gallery. So we had some young O-linemen make it. Alrighty, let's look at some stats here. So Randall L was 2nd in the country in passing. Rushing, Westbrook, 1,600. Receiving, Andre Johnson at Bama. Did Bama get a quarterback too? I remember they got some really good offensive pieces. I feel like they got like a crazy group of wideouts. Did they ever get a quarterback though? Oh yeah, they got Bolden and Andre in the same year. They have this Humphrey who's gone though. And he's actually more of a running threat. Oh no, that's running back. Yeah, definitely more of a running threat. Okay, so no, they don't really have a quarterback with those guys. Okay, let's look at team stats. So we finish 1st in points per game, 3rd in points allowed. So could have been an all-timer year, but we come up short against Texas. And this is a year, the last few years, we haven't really been losing guys. We definitely are losing guys this year. I don't think we're going to be better next year for sure. I think we could be really good, whatever, but we are not going to be better. Okay, so we have one guy trying to transfer. Don't care about him. He sucks. Definitely want to get all these guys back. Soria, Lynch for sure. Robinson, you're 6'7". Yeah, dude, come back. Okay, so we lose Wayne Clements, Portis, Petty, Goins, Reddick, and Michael Vick, who apparently isn't even going to get drafted. But yeah, we lost a ton of like superstar high-end talent. We got one transfer request, a center, sure. Now, as far as recruiting, I do think we're going to go Merriweather. And it's just do I want Lewis or Wimbley? I think Mercedes Lewis just kind of fits what we want to do so freaking well that it's hard for me not to go him. And Mercedes Lewis just 6'6", 270, playing tight end for us, blocking. We just got DeMarcus Ware last year, so that's why I was a little less like I need to get. If we didn't get Ware, I probably would have went Wimbley. So there it is. We might still get maybe this guy. I doubt it. Probably this guy, and then maybe, probably. So we still could get a few other guys maybe as well. Okay, yeah, we didn't get any of those dudes. So just Merriweather and Lewis. Did end up with the #1 class, which we actually haven't done in a while. 7 5-stars. Wow. Merriweather, Williams, Brooks, Lewis, D'Angelo Williams, Vince Young. Wow, yeah, we had by far the #1 class. USC got Marcus Vick, Cameron Wimbley, Davin Joseph. Georgia, Leinert, Sean Merriman's a pretty good combo. Michigan, Nada and Cutler. That's a pretty good combo as well. So we got 3 top 10 players. Hester went to Miami, Leinert, Georgia, Wimbley, USC, Larry Fitzgerald goes to UW, Jay Cutler, Michigan, UCF for Santonio Holmes. We get a mod, and then Vince Young. We get Meriwether, Merrimaine, Georgia, Nick Mangold, Ohio State, Haloti Ngata, Michigan, Marcus Vick, USC, Lorenzo Booker, Texas, Mercedes Lewis, we get Kyle Williams, we get Brandon Marshall goes to Penn State, Tamba Ali goes to Wisconsin. Most of the real life guys right there. Getting the position changes here. Got some athletes. This guy wants to be a running back. Oh, toughest position on our team, but good luck. This guy, running back, receiver. Why do these guys never want to play DB? Like, go play DB, man. This guy, quarterback, which we really don't need. Free safety, we'll just throw him there. This guy was a bit of a bust. 6'3", 250, 60 overall. Left outside linebacker, I guess. Sure. Okay, let's just go see if we have any other position changes to do. Man, our running backs are actually insane. Wow, the 2 corners we got in were gems, both +6 and +7. We needed desperately, and they both turned out to be really good. So that is huge. Okay, mostly just moved around some offensive linemen. Alrighty, so here we are at the start of the 03 season. Just going to look at our depth chart, look at our roster before I make the next recruiting class. Where it's interesting is this Shaw and Hill are actually both like pretty freaking nasty with like good speed, everything. But I'm going to start Vince Young. I just don't care. We're going to start the true freshman. Let him rock, let him get his lumps, and just let him go. I don't have as much interest in playing these two. We're going to go Vince Young, even though it might hurt us a little bit this year. Then for running back, we got Westbrook, Johnson, Steven Jackson, Frank Gore, D'Angelo Williams. Absolutely insane. Insane. Fullback, senior. Wide out, we got Briggs, Robinson, Gallagher. So a pretty good trio right here. This guy's 6'7". Then we got Vincent Jackson coming. Would like to get another like bigger time recruit. We got Ben Watson and Mercedes Lewis as our 2 tight ends with 2 other kind of just young guys. Rankin, only a sophomore at left tackle. Gord and a freshman in behind him. Center, Junior Stone. Anderson with Mankins in behind him. Robert Gallery Jr. and a junior Adams, and then Harris. So O-line, we're looking good. DN Suggs and Wade. This is where I was saying I think I might redshirt Suggs this year, play Wade. Then it'll be DeMarcus Ware on this side with a senior behind him, a sophomore. Our D tackles, we got Larson, Washington, Dowdy, and then we got young guys with Spear and Kyle Williams coming up. Left outside, we have Deloach with some young guys. Middle, we got Witherspoon with Tatupu in behind him. Right outside, we got Briggs, Nate Brown, Rooney, and Ahmad Brooks as a freshman. Corner, we got Terrence Newman, Lynch as our top 2. Then we're probably going to have to play one of these freshmen, probably this Mark Harris. Luckily, we got him. I kind of went all in on this guy. This is the guy I was offering like 700 points to, and he turned out to be really good. Free safety, we got Sean Taylor. Strong safety, we got Saria, who's a senior, 6'5", and then we got Meriwether in behind him. So that is what we're looking like, guys. Really good team once again. Going to make the next recruiting class, and we're going to get into it. All right, so here we go in season number 4, 2003 of the second episode of this Nebraska rebuild. So I just made this next recruiting class. This is a really good class. There's another person here in this class. There's a few I'd really like, but there's one. This is my favorite college football player of all time. Oops. Class already made, so we're just going to get into it. But he would be a very cool addition to Nebraska. We'll see him in a second. Yeah, even though he's at a position I don't really need, he's just he's the number 1 player in the class. It is Reggie Bush. He's a running back. He's my favorite. It's kind of where King Reggie is my Madden creator name. And yeah, he's my favorite college football player of all time. So we'll get to him in a sec, but we got quarterbacks up first. We have Jamarcus Russell, Chris Leak, who won a national championship at Florida, Dennis Dixon, who played at he was at Oregon. Yep. And then we got Brady Quinn as well. Okay, so we were supposed to have Brady Quinn in this class. I don't know if I just accidentally didn't make him. So we only have Jamarcus Dixon and Chris Leak, but we really don't need a quarterback right now. We just got Vince Young. Then, like I said, at running back, we got 3. We got Reggie Bush. We got Michael Bush right here, and then we have Maurice Jones-Drew. We are going to go after Reggie. He's my favorite running back of all time. We'll go after this Martin too, but yeah, we'll go hard after Reggie. We really don't need running backs other than him though, and even him we don't really need. We low-key need a freaking fullback. I might add this guy just to see if we could sneak in on him. We go to wide receivers. We only have 2. We got Steve Smith, who played at USC. We got Robert Meacham, who played at Tennessee. Both really good, both good college receivers. Not really interested in us, though. We do have a couple of guys who we're first on their board, a couple of 5 stars and some 4 stars. So we'll just add all those. Moving down to tight end, there's 2 in this class. We have Vernon Davis, absolute freak show, and we got Greg Olson. So 2 actually really good tight ends. We got a couple of good tight ends, pretty young too right now, so we're not too worried about this position right now. Go for these 2, a 4-star and a 5-star who are 1 and 2 on their board. Move over to offensive line. We have a tackle who I would absolutely love. It is Joe Thomas, one of the best left tackles of all time. We're actually not on his board. I'm a little surprised. He's from Wisconsin. I thought we'd be up there, but we're going to add him just to see some 3 stars. Honestly, not the best group of tackles that we could get in the door, so I don't love that. We have no guards. They're all auto gens, so we'll just kind of sort and see, get some 3 stars in the door. Ooh, I don't know why we're not doing great with the O-linemen. Move on to centers. We have 1. It is John Sullivan, and once again, we are not on his board, which I'm kind of surprised about. I think I'm going to add him just in case. He's going to be a really good player. Because, yeah, this is not the best group of really good offensive linemen, which is a little surprising as far as that actually want to come to us. Move on to defensive ends. We have 3. We got Lamar Woodley, Mario Williams, who's actually the #1 pick in the NFL draft the same year that Reggie Bush came out. So we're going to add him. We're 4th. And then we got Lawrence Jackson, who went to USC. Then as far as other guys, we got a 4-star. We got some good guys there. So even if we get 1 or 2 of those guys, we'll be in a really good spot. Move on to D tackle. We only have 1. It is Cedric Ellis, who actually went to USC, was like a top 5 pick by New Orleans, I believe. Then we have a few other guys who are 2nd on their board. We'll add those 2. Yeah, we'll just go for those 2 right now. We have pretty good at D tackle right now. We've got some big ones over the last few years. Go to outside linebacker. We only got 1. It is Ernie Sims, who was one of the #1 recruits coming out of high school. Went to Florida State in real life. We're not on his board, but got some 4 stars we'll add there. Move on to middle linebacker. All auto gens here, and honestly none of these guys I'm super enthused about, so we are just gonna punt there. We only have 8 spots left. For corners, we only have 1. It is Antonio Cromartie, one of the freakiest corners of all time. He went to Florida State, got drafted by the Chargers, really good NFL career. We're definitely adding him. Would love him. Also got a 4-star we're #1 on. We're just gonna add those 2, and even if we get 1 of those 2, we'll be in a nice spot. Move on to safeties, and we have a really nice safety class here. So for free safeties, we have Reggie Nelson, who went to Florida, Michael Griffin, who went to Texas, and LaRon Landry, who went to LSU. And we're actually 2nd on his board, 1st on Michael Griffin, so we're going to add him. Then if we go to strong safety, it's Dante Whitner. I thought we might be on his board. We did just get Brandon Merriweather last year. Not as worried about this, so we'll just add the 1 other guy. And then we're going to go to athletes here and see. So a 4-star, a 4-star, and then we got a really good 5-star who we're going to add. And that'll basically do it. We're going to be in a pretty nice spot. Just that recruiting class overall looks pretty good. Okay, getting into red shirts here. It's been a day or 2 since I actually looked at this. So I'm going to start Vince Young, like I said this year. I'm going to do it. And then I think I'm going to do the exact same thing where maybe Vince is like 3rd year, we'll redshirt him for a year, play Joe Mauer, and just let it rock. But I know Vince obviously isn't our best option, but I'm going to Vince Young. We're going to do Actually, I'm going to let D'Angelo rest. I've just had some issues in past where if you redshirt freshmen, it seems like they're a little bit more likely to transfer out. So even just wait a year or 2, redshirt them as a sophomore, especially when we just have an absolute assembly line at running back, we can actually hold off a little bit. Wide receiver, we'll do this Holden. We do need to get some wide receivers in the door. We'll do this Garcia, but we got Mercedes Lewis and Benjamin Watson right now. Hart, we can wait a year. Same with Will. Ooh, actually, we'll do Nick Williams this year. Mankins we'll do this year. And we'll do Harris. This is 1. So I think I'm going to sit Terrell Suggs for a year. Let Tristan Wade play. Then on this side, Demarcus Ware. Like, we have a lot going on here. D tackle. I think I should do Kyle Williams just right now. I don't think I can really risk it, but I could. Yeah, just because we have 2 seniors this year. I will do Dixon. We'll do Jenkins. This is a Titus Jenkins. He's a pretty good freshman middle linebacker. And we can probably wait a year. Oh, and this is the other one I think I'm going to do. I think I'm going to sit Lance Briggs for a year. Let this Amar Rooney play. Just might as well. And then we'll just bring back Suggs and Briggs next year. Freshmen, we'll do this carry. Safeties, we just got to kind of let it rock. Meriwether. And we could actually sit Meriwether this year and then buy an extra year for him next year. So that is what we're going to be doing with red shirts. Now, depth chart. We got to make sure VY is starting. Okay, let's look at custom schedule. A+. We have A&M and Oklahoma at the start of the year. Michigan, Penn State, Michigan State, Minnesota, Ohio State, Wisconsin, Iowa. I don't know if I've ever had an A+ schedule. Oh my, this is insane. That is such, like, Ohio State and Penn State aren't even ranked and we have an A+ schedule. Holy, I'm making that Oklahoma game at home. I don't even care. We're putting A&M and Oklahoma at home. Okay, we have Ole Miss as well. Why do I have the hardest out of conference schedule of all time? And we play Ohio State, Michigan, and Penn State all in the same year. I don't know. And we are starting a true freshman at quarterback. This might be a mistake. This might be a tough year. I mean, it's not going to be a tough year. I can't imagine us losing more than maybe twice, but I don't know if we're going to win the national championship with that type of schedule. Okay, let's look at some preseason stuff, then we'll get into recruiting. So we're coming in number 2 team, A+, though. Michigan's A+ and we play them. A&M, who we play. So we play 3 and 4. USC A+. Wisconsin's an A-. Kind of top heavy. Not as many like A's even as you can work your way down here. Syracuse, Tennessee. Penn State's an A though, even though they're unranked. And where's Ohio State? Ohio State's an A+, 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 B+, even though they're unranked. So yeah, this is gonna be tough. Byron Leftwich up there. We got Westbrook, who's up there, superstar in our system. Preseason All-Americans. Leftwich. We got Gord. Oh, and Gallery. Robert Gallery. Second team, we got Westbrook and Larson at D tackle. That is our All-Americans. Okay, we're going to get into recruiting here. So I'm going to just offer all our scholarships and see if we get any auto commits. So, okay, so we got a running back position we don't need, especially because I'm going to go hard at Reggie Bush still, but whatever. Going. Okay, we got a 5-star 6'4" receiver. So that's fine. I'll take that. And another 4-star receiver. Not like prime players, but okay, there we go. A 3-star tackle, but we got him as a 79 overall. We're getting a lot of auto commits here. And then a 4-star center. So yeah, I don't know. We're getting a lot here. Guessing that'll be it, but who knows? Maybe we'll sneak one more. Yeah, all these dudes were like second. Oh, we get a 4-star athlete. So that was a wild group of auto commits. Okay, I'm going to set up our board and then I'll show you guys what we're looking like. Alrighty, so this is what our board is looking like. Joe Thomas and Antonio Cromartie. I'm going hard as hell as those two. Williams, LaRon, Reggie Bush. Honestly, this fullback, those are kind of our next group. Then we have a couple of offensive linemen, a couple of defensive linemen, and some athletes in a corner. That is where we're at right now. We're going super heavy on the stars. Considering we've already got a running back, 2 wide receivers, 2 offensive linemen, and an athlete auto commit really freed us up. I'm going to go really heavy at the stars and see if we can lock those guys up. So we have a bye week first week, and then we just start the freaking gauntlet. I don't know. Like, if we get through this with even just 1 loss only, I'll be surprised. It is going to be tough. We're the best team in the country for sure, but we play a ton of just talented teams. So, okay, so A&M lost, so they dropped down, but I mean, still a tough game. They're an A+, I believe. Okay, so looking, we did make a little bit of headway with Joe Thomas. Cromartie, we actually jumped up to number 1. Mario Williams, we did jump up a little bit. Landry, Bush. This guy, we actually didn't make any headway. He like really wants to go to freaking Wisconsin. Tackles, not doing great with them. D-end, doing well. Decent. Fell way behind, but this guy actually looks pretty sick. So I'm going to jump him up to 500. Stay in the hunt. This guy, we do need corners. So I think we're going to jump both these offensive linemen up to 500 and just see if we can kind of stay in the mix on them. You know, we have such a good balanced team right now. Like the superstars is really what's going to help us. So We're going to go past A&M here. Hopefully we start out with a win, put them at 0-2. Yeah, especially with a freshman QB, this schedule. I maybe should have started that Wade guy this year, but we're sticking with it. I said I'm going to start Vince Young. We're going to go Vic to Vince Young. We're going to stick with it. We'll take our lumps. This year might be a 10-11 win year, but we've had like 3-4 really good years in a row. So, alrighty. So, I mean, we play Oklahoma. Should win. It's not an easy game, but we got to get a W here. 45-14, so that's obviously better. I mean, it's a tough way to start the season. Okay, we got recruits ready to visit. Now we do have a nice, easy game here. Arkansas State should put up some big numbers. Oh, this is risky, but we're going to do our first visit week 9 here. Michigan State should be a win. Otherwise, we got to do week 10, which would be a bye, or week 12, which would be Ohio State, which is a little scary. This is a little early for visits, but we're going to try it. Let's just kind of see. So Thomas, it's like a 4-horse race. Cromartie, it's a 4-horse race, but we're leading. Williams, it's a 4-horse race. Laron, 4 to 5 horse race. Reggie, it's a 2-horse race, but we have a big lead. Phillip, it's a 2-horse race, but we're getting our ass kicked a little bit. I think I got a pull from this Rich Brown. I just don't think we have a shot with him. I'm going to go more to Barry Jordan to get us in the mix. And then we can kind of add some more to some other guys. Okay, Arkansas State. Let's put 60 on the board right here. 58. Okay, I want to see that. I want to see the box score there. We're still number 6 in the country, even though we have a loss. So we're definitely getting a bit of the benefit of the doubt here. So Vince, wow, 232 with 4 touchdowns. Rushing, Larry Johnson ran it 39 times for 269 yards and 4 touchdowns. Not really sure how that happens, but all right. I don't know if that means Westbrook is injured too. He should be our starter. Pointer, okay. Still weird we gave all our carries to Larry, but all right. Okay, we got Northwestern. This should be another easy game. Then Ole Miss. I don't know how good Ole Miss is this year. 37-14, a little tighter than I would have liked. Okay, so Ole Miss is 2-3, and they're an 86 overall, so that should be a win. Okay, Ole Miss. Then Michigan is 20, but okay, that's a big win there. Michigan's 20, but I mean, it's the Michigan Wolverines, and then we have Penn State. Not easy. And then we have week 9 already is going to be our big visit week. So hopefully we can get, Mario, Reggie, Laron, like 2 of those guys, 3, 4 of those big time recruits to sign. Yeah, we're falling back with those linemen. Okay, Reggie, we have a big lead on. Laron, Mario's close. Antonio's close. We're kind of falling behind with Thomas. Oh, he just had a visit with Bama. So we're basically tied with a lot there. Okay, Michigan, they're 2. I think we're going to lose this game. I don't think the computer's going to let Michigan at 99 overall be 2-3. On the road, 49-7. Okay, Cornhuskers, let's go. I want to go look at that box score. That is a beat down. Go to the big house and win like that. Or were we at home? I don't care. Either way, we beat Michigan 49-7. They're 99 overall. I don't know if Vince got hurt or I guess we were just up. We barely threw the ball. We passed the ball for like 80 yards. Rushing, Vince had 126. Westbrook, honestly, where did all our points come from? I mean, I guess we had 6 rushing touchdowns. Anyway, okay. So we just ran the ball right down their throat. Okay, we got Penn State. They're a 95 and we're on the road. I don't know. Let's try to get a dub. 31-3. Now we have our huge visit week this week with Michigan State. This is where all the big boys are in for visits. So we got Joe Crow. I think all these dudes are in this week. All our top 7 guys who were lead behind, but he just had a visit right there. So we got to, out of those 7, we got to at least get 3. We got to beat Michigan State here, who is 91. They're not a horrible team. Oh, this is huge. 42-9, great win. And like we need at least 2 of those guys to sign right now. Hopefully 3 of those 7. We get Reggie, we get Joe. Oh, and we get the other offensive linemen. So we did get 3 of those 7. The 7 big guys. So I will take that, honestly. So Reggie Bush and Vince Young are going to be lined up in the backfield of our triple option offense. Crow, and we got a good shot on all these dudes now. Price, now we can offer, I just kind of had to stay in the mix with Price, and this Thomas, stay in the mix with these two. And then we have week 12 visits with them, stay in the mix with this athlete. We just had to free up points, stay in the mix with Nate Williams. And then we have visits with all those dudes still coming up. So, and going down here, like, we're just looking for some guys who I like here. Class is looking really nice so far. Okay, we have bye week here. Okay, so looking at the rest of our schedule, we got Minnesota, we got Ohio State, who's unranked, but they're 99 overall. We have number 8 Wisconsin, then Iowa. It's not easy. Let's tell you how many unbeatens there are. So we're the number 1 team that isn't unbeaten, but unfortunately, Navy probably has a cake schedule. They have 2 games less, Mississippi and Army. We have to get them to lose 1, or they're pretty much guaranteed a spot in the Natty. Then we have UCLA and LSU. We gotta hope really both those teams lose, and then even if Navy goes undefeated, we could sneak in. Oh, and we got FAU undefeated. So yeah, we're the number 1 ranked 1-loss team at least. So Heisman watch, I don't think we're gonna have anyone. Larry Johnson on the list as a junior. Vince, wow, 119th in the country in passing. Rushing, Larry Johnson's 5th. Yeah, so we took definitely a step back trying to throw the ball this year. Young's numbers aren't great. Only 100 yards passing a game by our rushing attack. Vince Young's at 700. Look at our rush yards. 153, 88, and 131 a game. That is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Yeah, Vince Young, I mean, he's a true freshman running for 88 yards a game. Receiving, obviously, it's not a lot, but that's fine. Defensively, Brown to Tupu, TFLs, QB sacks, INTs. Sean T's got 2. Newman's got 2. Team stats. Where are we at points per game? Yeah, we're number 1 in the country in points per game right now. Number 2 in rush yards. But Navy's played 2 more games than us. They're 10-0. We're at 8 total games. So probably going to be the number 1 rushing offense. Defensively, played less games, but we're first in points, 2nd in total yards, 2nd in pass yards, 3rd in rush yards. So we're one of the best defenses in the country, and we're playing a tough half schedule. Okay, so we got to beat Minnesota here. This is a tough 3-game stretch. At Minnesota. Whoo! 17-7. Oh, that is a nail biter. And then we got unranked Ohio State, who's a 99 overall. They're 5-4 somehow. Like, they're loaded. Okay, so we got Ohio State here. Big game visits. Oh, we got to win this one. 31-14. Okay. I was worried about that game. Just the fact they were, 5-5 now, and they're 99 overall. Oh, I didn't even see if... Oh, we didn't get anybody to sign that week. Oh, no. So we're going to be in a freaking race with a lot of these dudes. Like, I don't even know. Okay, we might be going to the offseason with a ton. Okay, Wisconsin 8-2. They've gave us troubles. They've kind of stole a Big Ten championship from us. Got to keep winning. Gotta keep winning. 34-14. These games are a little closer because we are playing like a true freshman QB, taking our lumps a little bit, but it's going to be worth it. By next year, he's going to be like a 96 overall now because I played him this year. Let me just have Iowa. The fact we lose to A&M for week 1 and now we're 1 game away from going undefeated the rest of the way. Oh, we get that fullback. Okay. I did not think we were going to get that guy. Okay. Iowa 5-6. Get through this. Let's go. 42-6. Let's go. Should be in the Big Ten championship for sure. Undefeated in Big Ten play. So we beat Wisconsin, who's usually the other best team in our side of the division bracket. Okay, let's see if we got that 5-star athlete to sign here. We got the corner. So we didn't get the athlete. We did get the corner, outside linebacker, and a QB athlete, I'm assuming. Okay. So last week of recruiting here, it would be nice. Let's kind of look in. It would be nice if one of these dudes would sign. Not looking like a good shot at it. Like maybe this Barclay. He's in it for a visit this week, so he might sign this week. But as far as the rest of these dudes, I doubt we'll get any more, and we'll just have to go into the offseason with just having to pick like 2 of them, which kind of sucks. Oh, we did get, so we got Barclay and that Malone, who's the athlete. So we did get 2 more. We're going to play Michigan here. 8 scholarships remaining. So this is what we kind of got into the offseason. Basically, we got two 4-star D linemen, but it's basically we got to pick 2 of the 3 of Cromartie, Williams, and LaRon Landry. And honestly, it's a pretty easy decision. I'm going to be going 7,500 on Mario and Antonio Cromartie and just don't care. And then we got all these other dudes. Really nice class overall. Yeah, it's one of our better classes, so in a good spot there. And now we just have Michigan. So actually, I want to see Michigan's roster. Who are we dealing with? Do they still have Antoine Randall? I don't know if they do. He might be gone. Man, our team is freaking loaded. Michigan, Townsend, Rogers, DJ Williams, Trufant, McFadden. They have a lot of good players. Haloti Nada. Is Jay Cutler starting for them? Wow, they have true freshman Jay Cutler. So we got a couple of true freshmen starting in this game. Vince Young versus Jay Cutler. They have a lot of good players. Somehow they're 9-3. But, I mean, we should get it done. So we're 5th points per game. 2nd rush offense. 2nd in yards. They're 30th in points. And we have the #1 defense in the country by far. They're 17th. So we should be the pretty heavy favorite here. But we will see, obviously. We have 1 injury. They have none. So both teams very healthy going into this one. We're going to sim through the first quarter here. We go up 7-0. We stop them. They stop us. And they're driving. And they score 7-7. Going. We get stopped. They go down and score. And we are down 14-7 to start the half here. 4 yards, 3 yards, 50-yard penalty. 3rd and 3 here. So Vince Young, a little bit bigger than Michael Vick, brings a bit more of that power element to this offense. Boom. Gonna do it. Run toss here to Westbrook. Explodes through that hole. Looks like Mercedes Lewis might be playing fullback for us. I don't know if our fullback got injured. 4-yard rush, 9-yard rush, 2nd and 8. 15-yard penalty, 1st and goal from the 1. Yeah, that's definitely Mercedes Lewis, number 80 in at tight end. So I'm guessing our fullback got hurt. So we'll see here. Hopefully he doesn't fumble. Oh, Vince isn't able to get in. If he gets 40 more rush yards between this and the next game, he'll have 1,000 yards as a freshman. 27 yards so far. Westbrook, Larry Johnson, our 2 wings right here. Larry Johnson in motion up the middle to Mercedes Lewis. That's just a big dude coming in at 6'8", 270 pounds. So tie it up there. Okay, let's go through here. 4th and 5. And they missed the field goal. Wow. So we get the ball back here. 2nd and 4, 1st and 10, 2nd and 5, 1st and 10, 3rd and 7. Okay, let's see what Vince Young can do throwing the ball. Obviously we know he can run it. He's not asked to throw the ball a ton in this offense, but let's see if he can do it. Slides. Oh, he should have. What? I don't know what just happened there. Probably should have just kept taking off. I thought he was past the line of scrimmage. They said there was no flag or anything. Okay, we got it 3rd and 7. We have the best defense in the country. Let's show them what's up here. No points before the half here. Let's go give our offense back the ball. Cutler standing tall in the pocket. Kind of tried to go to his check down. Guy looked kind of bounced off the sideline, and they are going to have to punt that football. So we have a minute left here. Couple of passes from VY. Another big pass to Robinson. Just got 4 passes there. Gallagher. We got 15 seconds. Okay, hurry to the ball. Hurry to the ball. 11 seconds. Field goal doesn't, field goal helps. Oh, okay, go. Check down Mercedes. Okay, and we call a timeout. So we can take our 3 there. Go up 3 at the half. 164 passing for Vince Young is not bad. We went... oh, no, we kick a field goal. Okay. I was going to lose my mind there. 2nd and 5, 1st and 10, 2nd and 4, 1st and 10, 2nd and 3, 3rd and 1 from the 1. So this is huge right here. Can we get a stop? Michigan can take the lead here. They're going to pass with Cutler, and he goes down with the sack. That is about as bad as it could get there for Michigan. Wade with the sack. I'll take it. Field goal good. We got a tie ball game here. -3, 4-yard rush. We're going to punt this ball. And Jay Cutler is doing some work here. 3rd and 7 out of field goal range. Do not let them into field goal range. They're 8 of 12 on 3rd down. We need to get off the field here. Bringing a bit of a stunt. Boom! Huge sack there. Let's go. That's what we need from our defense. That's DeMarcus Ware coming through on the sack. He is going down. 17 all. Now we need our offense to get going, and we get stopped again. 2nd and 7, 1st and 10, 2nd and 6, 1st and goal from the 6th. And they score. We are down 7 here. 8-yard rush, 5-yard rush, end of the 3rd quarter, 5-yard rush, 3rd and 2. We need a drive, Vince Young. We're asking you a lot. We're asking a lot as of a true freshman quarterback, but it is go time. We need a drive right here. Hand it off to Larry. Oh no, that's Westbrook, and we're short. We are short, but I think I'm going to go for this. I'm just going to say screw it. Let's just go try to win this thing. It's a risky play, obviously. We are going to, so right here, I'm actually going to switch to fullback dive, and we're going to flip the play. Let's go. Mercedes. Oh my God. I just got hit sticked into oblivion. I thought I had that no problem. Oh no, that might be it. Oh, we got him to 3rd and 14 though. If we can get a stop right here, we're alive. 1st down might end this game. Cutler. Pressure, slide. This is too much time. He caught it. They might go for that. Probably not, though. Cutler has been great as a freshman. 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. They are going to punt. We got a penalty on D. Oh, my gosh. I don't know what just happened there, but now we're down 14. Okay, we're down 14. We need it here. 3rd and 8, 4th and 8. I'm going to have to take over because I don't think they're going to go for it. Let's see what we can do here. Boom, Westbrook over the middle. Go, Brian Westbrook. Like I said, I only really take over sometimes on 4th downs. There's lots of times where I'll take over and it does not help us, but I have to go for it there. We got to go down and score here. 7 yards, 2 yards, 3rd and 1 from the 3. Oh, they have a lot of meat up front here. Hand it up, Mercedes, just short. That is going to be the 1st down. Big tight end getting a lot of carries here. Okay, we get in there. Now we're down. Extra point, good. We are down 7 with 2:52 left. We need a stop. 1st down, 2nd and 5, 1st down, 2nd and 5, 1st down, 2nd and 4, 3rd and 6. This is it. If they get a 1st down, this game is over. We have no timeouts. This is the game right here. Big Ten championship on the line. Okay, here we go. They're going to hand it off. Boom. We come up, but they, oh yeah, we don't have time. We need an incompletion there. We're going to have about the ball back with about 50. Oh, they're going for this. Okay, we're just going to incomplete. Okay, so we have 23 seconds. Vince Young to Robinson for 27 yards. We got 14. Go, 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 go. Oh man, guys, you got to run to the line. 8 seconds here. 7, 6, 5. Why are you not oh God. Okay, so we just need a What the hell was Don't run to the line. Snap it and just throw it out of bounds. That was the play of the game, that 4th down stop. What in the hell was that, Vince Young? I cannot wait for the new NCAA game, guys. Obviously, it is cool that we've been able to do all these rebuilds over the last year and a half and stuff, but I cannot wait for the new game. That was literally insane that he just did that. The super sim can get weird. Yeah, we really couldn't even get the run game going was kind of our issue, but there it is. So we actually lose the Big Ten championship. We end up losing 2 games this year. I mean, this rebuild, 2 national championships. We still have 6 more years to try to get another like 3 maybe. And that could get us up to 5. So, you know, this has been a tougher rebuild than some of my other ones, but I knew that was maybe going to be the case. And honestly, if I wouldn't have started Vince this year, do we win that game? Do we maybe not lose to A&M? It's possible, but that's going to set us up for the next 4 years. Our QB play is going to be absolutely insane. So we took our lumps a little bit this year. We still won 11, possibly 12 games. And I think next year we are going to be really freaking good. Like, I think on paper next year might be our best team ever. I'm just going to sim through this West Virginia game. Hopefully we win it, but we do win. We win 45-3. Okay, so Brian Westbrook actually passes Clinton Portis for most rushing yards in school history and and rushing touchdowns as well. So Westbrook caps off a really good career. We do lose him next year, but I don't think we lose a crazy amount of guys. So final top 25, we finish at number 7. UCLA wins the chip, beating LSU. All-Americans, we got Gord, who we do lose him, I think. Robert Gallery, Larson, we do lose him. And Terrence Newman. So we do lose some guys. Westbrook, Stone, Anderson, Foster. So we got a lot of offensive linemen between the two teams. And then for freshmen, we got an offensive lineman. We got DeMarcus Ware. We got Lofa Tutupu. And we got Harris, who started for us, who I think is going to be a stud. Look at the stats. Vince, obviously, we were not trying to throw the ball with Vince this year. It was a full-on, full-blooded rushing attack. Larry Johnson is a junior, 1,600 yards, 1,300. Vince did end up over 1,000. So we do lose Westbrook, but we got Johnson, we got Gore, we got Steven Jackson next year, plus we're bringing in Reggie Bush. So we are we're pretty much set at running back. Defensively, TFLs, sacks, Wade, and it's crazy because we do lose some guys. We also get Lance Briggs and Terrell Suggs next year, who I redshirted this year, which is gonna be pretty nuts. So far through 9 years, we're 103-21. We have 2 national championships. Definitely doing well, but yeah, I mean, I would have liked to do a little better over this sim, but I mean, we're doing we're in it still. I think we still got 2 or 3 more in us. So we have no one trying to transfer, which is nice, and then declaring. These guys basically always come back. Yeah, Rankin, you're only a sophomore, dude, and Stone, come on, dog, come win a natty. So we lose Gord, Witherspoon, Larson, Wade, Deloach, Newman, Briggs, Robinson, Saria, Washington. Okay, so we did lose some guys for sure. Westbrook. But I still think we're going to be loaded next year. Actually, I know we are going to be. Okay, recruiting, like I said, we are going... This isn't even a debate to me. We are going all in on Antonio Cromartie and Mario Williams. We could try to get cute and go 5,000 for each and try to get LaRon Landry. I'm not getting cute. I'm locking down Ant Crow, Mario. We got Merriweather last year at safety. So yeah, just getting these 2 in the door is freaking nasty. Then with these other guys, I mean, I don't think there's anybody else we'll end up getting. Maybe one of these, maybe Price or Raymond. I might honestly just take like... If this ended up costing me these guys, I'd literally lose my mind. But just go to like 500 to that Raymond Thomas, and just see if that was enough just to like beat the Lobos. I doubt it, but I mean, a D tackle would be nice. So that is what we're going to do. I think we'll probably just get the 2, but we'll see. How did we not get Cromartie? Oh no. We lost him to Michigan. By how many points? By 5,000 points. There must have been an ability or something where they flipped him. What? Wow. Yeah, I don't think that's accurate. I don't know. Somehow we didn't get Cromartie. He was like the #1 player I wanted in the whole freaking class. Wow. Obviously, we still had a nasty class, but we really needed a corner. Bush, Mario, Joe Thomas are really the studs in the class. Oh, man. I cannot believe we didn't get Cromartie. So we get Bush, who's the #1 overall player. We just about got Cromartie. Whitner went to Ohio State. Woodley went to Ohio State. LSUSC. We get this athlete. Steve Smith, Florida. We get Mario Williams. Jones Drew goes to UCLA. Jamarcus Russell there. Okay. John Sullivan goes to Pitt. Vernon Davis, Tennessee. Robert Meacham, A&M. Chris Leak, Virginia Tech. Reggie Nelson, UCF. Lawrence Jackson, A&M. Greg Olson, Penn State. Michael Griffin, USC. Dennis Dixon, Oregon State. We did get a corner, luckily, but we'll see if he actually ends up being good or if he was a bit of a bust. Hopefully some of these athletes we got can play corner. So we lose Terrence Newman. Yeah. Athletes, K. Malone, QB. Could be a 76 corner. Screw it. We're going there. And the other athletes all kind of were busts. 73 free safety. Kate, you're going to free safety. 72 at QB. Well, I guess you can be a development QB. Ingram, running back. We're probably going to cut your ass. He's a 5. Oh, no, he's a 4-star. But, okay, going to go through, see if there's any other position changes. Okay, that was kind of it for position changes. Alrighty, so here we are. We're about to start the last season of this episode. I just want to look at the roster, and then I'm going to make the next recruiting class. So our QB position is absolutely insane right now, but Vince Young went up to a 98 overall because I played him as a freshman. So he's going to be nasty this year. He's going to be so much better. Running back, Steven Jackson, Larry Johnson, Frank Gore, D'Angelo Williams, Reggie Bush. Brought in this the freshman fullback. Gallagher, Vincent Jackson will be our 2 starters. Got some young guys coming in as well now. Tight end, Benjamin Watson, Mercedes Lewis, really good. Left tackle, Rankin, Joe Thomas in behind him, sophomore, freshman. We're getting loaded on the O-line right now. Left guard, 93 with a freshman behind him. Center, 99 with a sophomore in behind him. Right guard, 94, freshman. Right tackle, junior with a freshman in behind him. Left end, we got T. Suggs, Mario Williams, DeMarcus Ware, Perkins, D tackle, Dowdy, Spears, and Kyle Williams loaded. Left outside linebacker, 98. Lofa Tutupu in the middle as a sophomore. Lance Briggs, and then Ahmad Brooks in behind him. Cornerback, we got Lynch, who's going to be stud for us. Harris, Carrot was super young at corner. Then at safety too, we have Sean Taylor, but we don't have really anything in behind him. And we have Merriweather and nothing. So we really need a safety in this class as well. But overall, we are going to be loaded once again. Okay, going to make the recruiting class and we'll get into it. Alrighty, so we are starting our 2004 season. This is going to be the last season of this video. And then part 3 will be coming up later. So we'll have 6 more seasons in video number 3, the last one in this whole series. So made the recruiting class. Let's just hop right into this guy. So this is a pretty cool class. There's some, obviously really good guys, some guys I would like to get that would just be cool for the team. Now, really don't need a quarterback right here. I'm probably not even going to add one. Pat White would be like a good scheme fit, but we just got Vince Young. Really don't need him right now. Go to running backs. Oh my goodness. And we got 2 running backs, and we are number 1 on both their boards. We legit have the craziest run. Every running back wants to come to us now because we are just, we're the best place a running back could play. But we are so overpacked. I'll probably just go to whichever one, AP or Lynch, we're doing better with, and we'll sign him. Wow, they actually have the exact same top 3, which is kind of interesting. But yeah, so, and then there's actually a really good fullback. It's Peyton Hillis, and he's like the only real fullback I ever really make. So I'm definitely going to go hard after Peyton Hillis. We're not on the top of his board, but he would be the perfect scheme fit for us. If we go down to wide receivers, we got 4. We got Ted Ginn Jr., Early Doucette, Dwayne Jarrett, and Calvin Johnson. And we're not on Calvin's list. I might add him just because it'd be fun to have him. Not a ton of receivers wanting to come here right now. Maybe we'll add Ted Ginn as well. Just maybe we could get one of him or Calvin. We're actually pretty close on Ginn. So if we go tight end, we got 2. We got Fred Davis and Zach Miller, and we're actually number 2 on both their boards. So we'll add those 2 and another 4-star who are number 2 on his board. So we'll add all 4 of those guys. This is not a very good for real life offensive line class. We only have 1, but obviously we're still going to try to get as many good ones in the room as we can. So only really 2 tackles I want to go after there. As far as guards, a 4-star and a 3-star. Yeah, this is not looking like the best offensive line class for us. Then we go down to centers, and the only real life player on our for offensive lineman that is an autogen is Max Unger. Played at Oregon in real life, drafted by the Seahawks. So we're first on his board. Another center, pretty good group of centers that want to come to us. So hopefully we get 2 to 3 of those offensive linemen. Go down to defensive ends, and we got 5 defensive ends. So we got Derek Harvey, Brian Arakpo, Robert Ayers, Calais Campbell, Chris Long. So really good group of defensive ends. We're going to go after Calais and Long. We're number 1 on both their boards. So definitely after those 2, maybe this 3-star as well. None of these other guys really is it worth it. But yeah, that would be a really good start just with those 2 right there. Honestly, maybe we'll add a Arakpo just because I feel like we're not really filling up very quick here. We only have 1 defensive tackle. It's Glenn Dorsey. We'll add him. I feel like we might be lower on his list there. Like, it's not showing everybody. Then we got this Julian Carter. Add him. We'll add this Goff. Move to outside linebackers. And we have Keith Rivers. Is there only one? I think the other three are inside backers. So we're not on Keith Rivers' list. Really not in any of the outside linebackers. We'll add this Tim Davis. Hopefully some of these middles we are. So we got Patrick Willis, Lawrence Timmons, and Gerard Mayo. And we're actually not on any of their lists, which is kind of surprising. I'm going to add Willis. I would really like Willis. Let's see here. Wow, yeah, linebackers. Just none wanting to come here. Move on to corners. We only have one real life corner, is Darrell Revis. I'm definitely going to add him. We'll just see if we can maybe get in the mix on him. A 4-star here and a 3-star we'll add. We all only auto-gen safeties, no real life safeties in this class. So just sort. We'll just go after this young, just the one. We'll go after this, the guy we're third as well. Then strong safety, a couple of 4-stars, and then we're gonna need some athletes as well. Oh, there's only one really athlete. That's okay. Well, we'll just go after this 5-star athlete for now. So yeah, that is the recruiting class right there. Like I said, it's a pretty good class. We're just pretty loaded right now. There's not really positions we like desperately need, but yeah, obviously NFL Hall of Famers, really good players in that class. Okay, we're gonna go through our red shirts here. Not gonna red shirt Vince this year. I think maybe next year I'll red shirt Vince and start either Hill or Mauer. Honestly, it could be Hill. I'm gonna not red shirt Reggie this year just so he doesn't try to transfer out, and then maybe next year I'll red shirt him, and then by then after that he hopefully will be starting for us. Wide receiver, we'll do Bruner and Alford. I'll do Hart and Jones. Do Williamson, do Jordan. There we go. I'll do Mario Williams. I'm a little worried he'll try to transfer out, but E-tackle, we'll do this Thomas, Barclay. Oh yeah, we didn't get Cromartie last year. Man, Revis. I'm gonna go all in on Revis, even though like we might not get him. And we need safeties, man. I'm actually gonna redshirt this guy because he might have to start for us next year. Man, we need safeties bad. Now custom schedule. Only a B+, so a little bit easier of a schedule, but we still have Oklahoma, Mississippi State, non-conference, Penn State, Michigan, Wisconsin, Ohio State. So yeah, not an easy schedule for sure. Okay, start of the year here. We're coming in at number 4 in the country. Michigan's coming in at number 1. They're an A+. Not great on offense, though. 91 on offense. UCLA, LSU, Auburn, Texas A+, Wisconsin A+, who we play. Clemson, Penn State A. Ohio State's unranked, I know, but they're an A+ across the board, so they're still going to be pretty good. Maybe we'll go look at those teams really quick. I want to look at all our kind of Big Ten schools. So Wisconsin, they got Michael Turner, Antrell Roll, pretty good QB, Tamba Ali, definitely some good players. Penn State in our conference. They got Darnell Dockett, 99 receiver, good running back. A lot of auto gens for them. Brandon Marshall. Do they have a QB? No QB. So yeah, I'm not too scared of Penn State, though they do have some talent. Ohio State, Big Ben Roethlisberger is their starting 99 senior quarterback. Nick Mangold at center. I mean, yeah, they're gonna be tough they have a lot of talent, but just with Big Ben, that's mean. Then we'll check out Michigan. Number 1 team in the country right now, but I don't think they have a good offense. 91 overall. DJ, some really good linebackers. They have Jay Cutler, so Haloti Ngata. So it says they don't have a great offense, but they have Jay Cutler, pretty good running back. Okay, not great at receiver, but okay. Their O-line must be just kind of meh as well. I mean, they have a good guard, but there we go. So we are definitely the best team on paper in the conference, but you never know. So I got Heisman watch. Oh, I actually forgot to do my depth chart. So Larry Johnson coming in at 2nd. Let's do our depth chart really quick, especially on offense, because we are definitely going to want to start Vince Young. And running back, Larry and Steven with Frank Gore as our running back 3. Vincent Jack. Shaw is our 4th receiver. Sure, why not? That's funny. Yeah, those were the big ones that I wanted to make sure we get locked down. Okay, preseason All-Americans. We got Larry Johnson, our center stone. Right tackle, Robert Gallery. That's it for 1st. 2nd, we got none. Okay, let's look at recruiting here. So we're just going to go down. I don't know if we're going to get a lot of auto commits here. I'm going after a lot of guys we're not number 1 on their board, but we'll see. We get Marshawn Lynch right away. So I'm just going to get rid of AP. We don't need every freaking running back. Let's see AP go somewhere where you can get some playing time. We already got freaking Marshawn. We're just going to keep going down here. Offering. I'm like going after. Okay, so we got a 3-star tackle. That's 2 auto commits so far. Oh, there's another one, a 4-star D tackle. So I wasn't sure we were going to get any, but we'll get 3 here right away. So, oh, 4. 4-star corner. Definitely take this. Last one, an athlete. Nope. Okay, I'm gonna do our board and then we'll take a look at it. Alrighty, so here's what our board is looking like. The 2 players I'm going after the hardest are Revis and Unger. Then Patrick Willis, Chris Long, Calais Campbell, Peyton Hillis, Ted Ginn Jr. Those are like the big guys I'm going after. I might just pick one of Calais or Long, whichever one we kind of are doing better with. And we're going to get some more points back after I get all my scholarship points back here next week. Then we have some safeties, some guards, and an athlete that we're kind of filling in the rest of the class. So that is where we are sitting. We got a bye week first week, so nothing bad can happen here. Let's get through. Keep looking at recruiting. Okay, looking back at recruiting, we didn't really move with Revis. So Revis might be tough, but we're going to try. Unger, we're number 1. Willis, we actually fell back. So I'm going to go full 700 to Willis. Long and Campbell. Looks like it's only going to be a 2-horse race with Calais. So maybe we'll just go after Calais and we'll go a little bit further with Long. Ooh, looks like if we want Hillis, we're going to have to go all in. I'm going to go all in on Ted Ginn. Zach Miller, kind of falling behind. We're going to have to go, we'll go 550 for now. And we'll just kind of go to these guys. Add some points, spread the love a little bit. Okay, so that's where we're sitting. Didn't really remove anyone right now, but we'll go another week or 2, and then we'll start making some bigger changes. Okay, UNLV, then OU. Really, I don't know. I don't think anything till Michigan should be too difficult. OU, I mean, not easy, but 56-24 win over UNLV. Okay, we got 1 recruit ready to visit. That's early for Calais. So Revis, we're making a little bit of progress there. Unger, we got the lead. Willis, I don't know if we're going to have a shot at Willis. Ginn, it looks like a 2-horse race. Peyton might be tough. Calais, it's us or USC. Long, we're falling a little bit behind. Zach Miller. So I think we're going to get rid of Patrick Willis. He would have been a fun, obviously, player to have. It just doesn't seem like we're going to be able to. So we'll just go harder at Chris Long, because I could always move Calais Campbell into D tackle as well. And we're going to go back up more to Zach Miller. I really want this safety. I think he could turn out to be really good. Guard, strong safety. Oh God, we're falling way behind with this guard. So maybe we'll just go more all in on this guy. So we're going very star heavy here. We're only going after 11 prospects right now. Campbell wants to visit. I think week 10 Minnesota will be our visit week. Okay, Oklahoma, they lost their first game. They're only in 90 overall. This should be a win. 35-21, so a little closer, but we get her done. Okay, Raging Cajuns, then Mississippi State. So should all be pretty smooth sailing here to start. We are all the way up to number 2 in the country. I think Michigan lost a game already. Okay, so recruiting Revis, we've moved up to number 2, so we're definitely in it for him. Unger still in the lead. Ted Ginn, it looks like us or Ohio State. Peyton Hillis, us, Michigan. Michigan does have a lead though, and they get a visit week 10. We're not till week 13. Calais Campbell, it's us or USC. Chris Long, us, Michigan, USC. Zach Miller, us, Bama, Notre Dame. Then here are lower guys. We're kind of in the mix. We're doing decent with these dudes, so just trying to hold on, try to get to week 10, sign a bunch of our big guys, and then start filtering points down. Okay, we got Mississippi State. This should be a win, and then our first big test of the year with Penn State. 52-17 over Mississippi State. Okay, we got a strong safety to commit. We lost. Oh, we lost on that free safety, though. That was the one I really wanted. So we got 1 safety in the door at least. So that is going to free up some points. Oh man, we're falling behind with this Bennett, this 5-star athlete. We kind of just got to stay alive with him, maybe even get locked out. Okay, we got Penn State this week. They're 5-0, number 5 in the country. We're number 2 at the country at 4-0. Then we got Michigan State, then Michigan. So this is You know, now our schedule is starting to get real. Got to beat Penn State 49-14. We'll take it. Okay, Michigan State, they are 4-1, but we should get this done. We moved up to the #1 team in the country now, 45-0 against a 4-1 team. That is what we like to see. Oh, I think we lost that athlete we were going after, the 5-star. We do have Chris Long in for a visit this week. Okay, we're gonna go all in on this guy, Goff. He actually looks pretty good. Just kind of found some more guys that we're just kind of adding to kind of just fill out the class a little bit. Really, this is going to rely on how many of these guys we can sign, though, between Unger, Revis, Ginn, Hillis, Calais, Zach Miller, and Greer. If we can get 5 of those guys, we'll be in a pretty decent spot. Okay, we got Michigan, #8 in the country. At home, this should be a win. Our really only tough road game left is at Ohio State and I guess at Iowa, but gotta get this one. 42-7. So we whooped Penn State and Michigan, like whooped them bad, both of them. So after Minnesota, we'll look at the stats and stuff for everybody as well. Oh, we might sign Chris Long this week, actually, too, because I had to put him in the Michigan game. Oh, we did get Chris Long. Nice. Okay, so it's going to free up some points. So now this is our huge visit week. I think every one of our big guys here that we're really going after, except Pillis is week 13, but everyone else is in this week. Okay, huge visit week. Got to get the W and try to sign at least 3 of those big guys right here. 35-7, so actually not even as big as I would have thought margin of victory, but we'll take it. So we got Unger, Miller, and Calais. So but we lost Peyton Hillis. That's fine. It would have been cool to get Peyton, but now we have all the freaking points. Okay, so we're #2 in the country. Let's look at the top 25, all that stuff. So us and LSU, a lot of undefeated teams right now, though. So we can't lose. Got to keep our winning ways. Heisman watch. Larry Johnson, 2nd in the Heisman watch right now. Gavin McTaggart at North Carolina State. Byron Leftwich. I feel like Leftwich has been on the list every freaking year. Stats aren't even that good, though. 875, 109 a game. It's actually a little bit worse stats than last year. But so Vince Young, 77th in passing. Phillip Rivers, 5th in the country. Rushing. Larry Johnson, 28th. Wow. Braylon Edwards at Georgia High. We might have played a game or 2 less than some teams, but Vince Young, really good QB rating, 204. So he's super efficient when we are throwing the ball this year. Steven Jackson, their yards per carry is crazy, and Vince Young's is really good. Gore's is really good. So yeah, we're being very efficient with the football as far as I don't know if our yards per game is that crazy, but when we get the ball, we're moving it very, very efficiently. Kind of our top 3 receivers all having decent years. Here's defensively, TFLs, sacks, ints, team stats. So we're 2nd in the country in rushing, but Navy's played 10 games. We've played 8. We're at 46 points per game. It's basically us and USC are basically tied. They have a tiny lead on us right now. We're #1 in total defense. We're #1 in points. So we're looking like an absolute freaking powerhouse right now. Okay, we got Northwestern here, 35-10 win. Okay, we got Ohio State. They're #8 in the country, 8-1. They have Ben Roethlisberger at quarterback. This could definitely be a loss. You never know. We have 3 ranked opponents to end the year, 2 on the road, probably our toughest point in the schedule. Let's see. So at Ohio State, we win 31-10. So beat Ohio State, Michigan, and Penn State this year. That is what we like to see. Okay, we got that strong safety we're going after to commit. Ooh, Wisconsin dropped down to 6-4. This is definitely not going to be the biggest class as far as guys, but I'm hoping we can get all the dudes kind of locked down. Even if we go into the offseason right now, we're just going to go hard as hell after Revis and Ginn. And then hopefully we can get some of these other guys. I got late visits on all those guys coming in, so hopefully we can get a couple of those guys locked up before the year's over. Some of them are Wisconsin, and then some of them are just week 15. So let's go through Wisconsin here. 35-13, and one more game at Iowa. Cap off an undefeated regular season. Let's hope we do it. Ooh, we got 4 guys to commit right there. So we had late push on those guys. That basically worked out perfect. So we really only have 5 guys we're going after still this week's. We can get a visit with him end of the year. We have this Atkins, who's the end of the year visit, and then our 3 other guys. And we have 9 scholarships remaining, but we don't need a humongous class. Okay, we got to beat Iowa here. Oh my, 69-3 against a ranked Iowa team on the road to end the year. Holy, we did not call the dogs off. We took it to them. I got to go look at the box score on that one. An absolute beatdown. So Shaw and Young both got in the game. Really didn't have to throw the ball much. Rushing, Steven Jackson had 30 carries for 205 and 2 touchdowns. Vince Young had 17 for 133 and 2 touchdowns. So I don't know why it was just those two getting the ball. Yeah, okay. Defensively, did we get any like defensive scores? Meriwether had a defensive touchdown. What about kick and punt return? I actually want to look at the end of the year. Actually, let's look right now just because I'll forget. I want to see how Reggie did this year, even though there is 2 games left, just as far as kick and punt return. 26, no touchdowns, 10.8. Okay, so seems like pretty good numbers. Okay, last week of the year, we have a few guys in for visits as well. So we hopefully will sign another maybe 2 guys right here. Just go in the offseason, try to lock down Ted Ginn and Darrell Revis. Yeah, so we got 3 offensive linemen, not the best players, but decent guys to commit. If we look, we basically just have the 3 big guys up front and this Chris Weeks, but I'm not going to, and Tommy Scott, which I'm not going to really worry about these guys. Greer, Ginn, but we're basically just going to go 7,500 at Ted Ginn and Darrell Revis. I might give, it seems weird, like we might lose this guy even though we're 6,000 points up. I don't know. But yeah, okay, so we're going to play Michigan here, who actually beat us, I believe, last year in the conference championship game. So hopefully we get a little payback here. And if we win this, we should book our ticket to the Natty. Okay, so let's get into this. So we're coming in number 2 on offense, number 1 on defense. We're just the best team in the country. They're kind of middle of the road on both. They're decent, but shouldn't really be anywhere near us. They got Jay Cutler, DJ Williams as really their 2 superstars. We have no injuries. They have 2, but nothing too major. Okay, we're going to sim through the first quarter. We go down and score. We get a stop. They get a stop. They go down 7-3. They stop us. We get a stop. And they get it down to our 5-yard line. And then they get a stop. So really kind of defensive game here. We get a stop. They punt it down to our 3-yard line. Can we get a drive going here? Okay, there's Vincent Jackson for 26. Okay, 3rd and 5 here. Vince Young under center. Split backs. Drops back. Slides. Checks it down. Get upfield. There we go. Nice play. Is that Frank? No, that's Larry Johnson. Okay. Larry Johnson with the 13-yard reception. 3rd and 2 here. Vince, 86 yards and a touchdown to start. Doesn't look like Michigan can do much with our defense right now either. Vince Young, a little hurdle in the lane. I'm taking over and we're going for this. I don't really like how that worked, so I'm going to do the same thing I like to do on these 4th downs here. Go wing bone normal, speed sweep, and if it looks like it's packed to the outside, yeah, this should be a really easy just fullback dive right up the middle to Stevens. Boom, yeah. Boom, there we go. That's our freshman fullback, Philip Stevens. 4 yards, 2 yards, 3rd and 4 here. That's some big power backs on the outside. Steven Jackson and Larry Johnson, they're both like 230 plus. Vince Young drops back. Slides, you got to get rid of it. End zone. Oh, that was a diving knockout, and I think we're actually going to let them take their 3 here. 4th and 4 can be a little tough. So yeah, we're up 10-3 now. 6 yards, 5 yards, incomplete, 3rd and 10. So let's see what the defense can do here. We're holding them to 1 of 6 on 3rd down. Jay Cutler drops back. We're bringing pressure. Okay, come make a tackle. Oh, that is a huge hit over the middle. Clean him out. Jay Cutler's got 92 passing yards right now. We could go try to put some more points up on the board right here. 5 yards, 15 yards, 8 yards, 2nd and 10, 3rd and 4, 126 left. We have 2 timeouts. We have plenty of time to go try to make something happen here. Vince Young under center. Letting the clock wind down here. Vince drops back. Pulls it. Oh my God, what a play by Vince Young. I thought he might have been ahead of the line there, but I guess not. Stumbling, goes up in the pocket, keeps his eyes downfield and finds Vincent Jackson. And there's a touchdown. So we're up 17-3 here. I did not mean to call it onside kick there. 17-3. And Michigan is desperately going to need to come out with a drive to start the second half. Ooh, they almost get points there at the end there. 3rd and 13 already inside their own 20. Drops back, trying to set up a screen, but he's going down. Too much pressure, and this defense is absolutely balling right now. A touchdown here would basically seal it. Doesn't look like... Oh, they got a penalty. Wow, 3rd and 7, and there's a touchdown. So that is basically going to do it unless... Okay, Michigan goes down and scores, and then we go down and score. Okay, that should do it. Yeah, that's going to do it. 31-10, 31-17, 2nd and 6. Okay, we got a 3rd and 8. We'll just watch this play. End of the game here. We got our backup QB. I thought it was a little bit left more in the game here. 31-17, I'll definitely take. Shaw, really good athlete, checks it down. There we go. So we are going to win the Big Ten. We should make the national championship. And I think I've only won 2 so far. So this would try to be our 3rd. Wow. Cutler gets a late touchdown. So 34-24. Vince Young, player of the game, 4 touchdowns. So we'll definitely take that. Yeah, we only have 2 natties so far. So we're trying to win our 3rd right here. Vince had a really nice day. We did have to throw the ball a little bit more. Our run game wasn't super dynamic. So we will take it for sure. So we won Big Ten. Let's see who we face in the Natty. So Larry Johnson finishes 5th in Heisman voting. Byron Leftwich wins it. We play number 2 Navy, and I think they're like a triple option offense as well. So this should be interesting. I mean, we should win. I don't think they're that great. Yeah, they're an 88 overall. We could have played USC. That would have been a sick game, but we're playing Navy. Even North Carolina, I mean, Navy's a little better, but we should have been playing USC. 99 overall. Wow. Okay. So this should be a relatively easy game. So they're the 5th best rush offense. We're second. We're second in points. They have a good defense, it looks like, but not even close to the caliber of ours. Here's their top players. Injury report. Their center is out, but other than that, both teams are very healthy. I'll be shocked if this isn't like a at least 20-point win. Okay, so gonna go through the first quarter. We go up 7-0. They get a stop here. Yeah, 7-0 here. We do have the ball and we're driving. 3rd and inches at about midfield mark. Vince Young under center. Hands it off. There. Oh, just got the first down. We'll take it. 100 yards rushing so far. So we're on pace for about 400 yards rushing, which would be all right. 7-yard rush, 5 yards. 3rd and 5 here again. So another 3rd down. We are 4 of 6 on 3rd down to start. Super heavy look here. Vince Young's going to pass. Checks it down to the fullback. Don't really love that play call. Okay, so keep going here. They go down and they get 3. We're driving now. 1st and 10, 1st and 10, 2nd and 6, 1st and 10. Throwaway, 3rd and 8. Let's see if VY can make it happen on 3rd down. This is where we need you. Third and longs is where Young's got to use his arm. Gonna do a little fake rollout. Drop that down. You got to hold that. You got to let the guy get past the sticks there. So not the best play call again on 3rd down there. Field goal is good. So we go back up 7. Force a punt here. We got 30 seconds. 19, 18. Hurry to the line. Let's go, VY. Let's see what you got. Do not let this clock wind down. Oh, man, the clock management in this game. I cannot wait for the new game to come out. Why do you let it run all the way down? And then he's going to throw it like 10 yards down the field. He's going to tuck it and run. Okay, well, there goes the half. Okay, let's keep going here. Defensively, we got him to 3rd and 11. Get another stop here. Defense. Offense has just been okay. Defense is really locking him down, though. QB's going deep. Oh my God, wide open. Oh, I was not expecting that. A wide open. That looks like a cover 2 and just split the safeties. And all of a sudden we have a tie game at the start of the half. Uncorks it. Jeez, I was not ready for that. Okay, we need something here. Vince for 13. 2nd and 2, 1st and 10, 2nd and 7, 1st and 10, 1st and 10. And there's a touchdown. Okay, so we answer right back. Now defense, we got him to 3rd and 11. Again, basically same area of the field. Let's see if we can play the deep shots a little better here. Okay, drops back, brought a bit of a blitz. It's gonna be a first down, Navy. Midshipman first down. -3, 3rd and 9. Okay, we got to stop here. 4 yards, 13-yard gains. 3rd and 9. Okay, let's see. What do you got, VY? When I'm not watching, the third downs have been fine, but when we're watching, the third downs have not looked good. So Vince drops back, slides. He has a lot of time. There we go. That's a good knockout at the end. I did like that play call. Climbed up in the pocket, delivered the curl route as he sat down in the zone, but they come over and get that late breakup, but we got him right off the field again. 3rd and 4, we pick it up for 2nd and 1, 1st and 10, 1st and goal from the 5. We'll just watch this whole drive. We've ran the ball 45 times and passed it 18, so we are staying with our run heavy roots here. Vince Young to a little play action. Take it, take off, go VY. Oh my God, don't run into the guy, go to the corner. Vince, 56 yards rushing though. Big heavy look here for us on offense. See if we can punch this bad boy. Hand off the fullback. We get stopped. Even a field goal here would put us, it looks like our fullback's injured. I didn't mean to sim that. I was going to say even a field goal would put us up 10, but now we're going to be up 14. Let's see if they can get a drive going. 3rd and 1, no. They have to punt it. 10 yards, 9 yards, 5 yards, -2. 3rd and 16. Oh my gosh, we pick up 18 on that. Pick up 30. 1st and 10 from the 12. We'll just watch us drive, and this should close this out. Should give us our 3rd national championship here. Little speed option. Vince, get the corner. Almost in. That is going to be a first down. Can we punch this bad boy in? Hand it off. Right up the middle. Larry Johnson. And that is going to do it. Put a cap on it. We are going to go undefeated, win a national championship. It was not an easy road. We had a ton of ranked games, ranked opponents. This is only our 2nd undefeated season, so definitely happy to get it. And this will be our 3rd national championship. We got 6 more years. Even if we could go another 3, that would give us 6 over the sim. Look at our stats. Young had a really nice day. Larry Johnson, 97 yards. Vince had 89. Steven Jackson, 81. So all 3 of our big time carriers were doing well. Vincent Jackson had a nice day, 88 and a touchdown. If we were able to get Ted Ginn in the offseason, you pair him and Vincent Jackson, that's a really nice combo. Really good field speed stretcher. And then, with Ginn being a little smaller, and then you have a bigger body with Vincent Jackson, like 6'4", 6'5". Okay, let's look at just kind of the end of the year stuff here. So All-Americans. Aaron Rodgers at Texas. Ooh, he put up some really good numbers. We got all 5 of our offensive linemen are first team All-American. Daughtry, Lofa, both our corners. And yeah, that's it. But I'll take that. 2nd team, we have nobody. Freshman, we got Joe and Nick Williams and Harris, so a bunch of O-linemen. Kyle Williams at D tackle, Carey and Malone, so a couple of corners. Brandon Merriweather as well. So definitely quite a few All-Americans. Phillip and Eli, top 2 passers in the country this year. Jackson was 31st. So Young, 2,300 yards, 28 touchdowns, 5 picks, and 192 rating is very good. Steven and Larry, really close in yards, really close in average. Larry is going to be gone, but Steven will be our lead back next year. Vince Young, 880 yards. Frank Gore will step in as a starter next year. And we just keep our train going of just crazy running backs. Vincent should really be the number one receiver next year. Defensively, Briggs, 81 tackles as a senior, so he's gone. Ware had 18 TFLs, 4.5 sacks. Ince, Lynch. We do lose quite a few really good defenders this year. We'll look at that in a second, but Here's what our numbers are looking like so far. Oh, I was going to look at that a little more, but if you want to pause on that screen quickly, you can look at our total record and stuff. Look at players trying to leave. I'm really hoping none of our really good freshmen like Mario or Reggie or anything try to transfer out. No, we only have one guy trying to declare early. DeMarcus, you're only a sophomore, dog. Stay and get your degree. Okay, so we lose Lance Briggs, Larry Johnson, our backup QB, Smith, Daughtry, Sean Taylor, Terrell Suggs, our best corner, our best tight end, outside linebacker, our center, our guard, our second receiver, and our third receiver. So yeah, we lost some guys this year for sure. Okay, looking at recruiting, and yeah, we're just gonna go, 7,500 to Revis and Ginn. I don't want to risk anything. It's shitty when we lost Cromartie last year. That was, I think, the first time ever I did 7,500 and lost somebody. So, and we are basically tied with Pitt. So if Pitt decided, hey, we're going 10,000 to Revis, then we could lose them. But yeah, Greer definitely won't get. We could get this guy. We're 5,700 points above. You'd think we'll get him, but you never know. Let's go through. Wow, we lost Revis again. Why are we not getting these corners? He committed to Navy. Ugh. We lost Cromartie and Revis in back-to-back years. That is bizarre. I don't think I've done so many of these classes in Sims now. I don't think I've lost guys with 7,500. Wow. So it turns out to be still a really good class, obviously, and we do have the #1 class in the country. Tennessee, Wisconsin, USC, LSU. Wow, I cannot believe that. So Derek Harvey, Tennessee. AP went to Michigan. We get Ginn and Lynch. Early Doucette, LSU. Pat White goes to Georgia. Fred Davis, Oklahoma. LSU for Willis. Dwayne Jarrett, Notre Dame. Keith Rivers, Penn State. Darrell Revis, Navy. Chad Henne, Clemson. Glenn Dorsey, Texas. Brian Arakpo, Tennessee. Calvin Johnson, Miami of Ohio. Lawrence Timmons, Ohio State. Max Unger, we get. Robert Ayers, Clemson. We get Zach Miller. We get Campbell and Long. That is mostly it for real life guys. Man, I can't believe we lost Revis and Crow. Even if we just would have got one of those guys, we have our #1 lockdown corner. We're all good. But all right, look at our athletes here. 6'4". He just want to play QB because that's like the one position we don't need at all. But okay, 6'4", 232. Gonna play quarterback for us. This guy actually makes like a decent receiver. Wide receiver it is. Okay, nothing else really major for position changes there. Okay, so just at the start of the next season, we're just going to quickly look at the roster at the end of this video here, just so you guys get a preview of what our roster will look like at the start of episode 3. So we're going to be very good every single year at this point. So we got Vince Young, Hill, Maurer, 399 quarterbacks. Frank Gore, Steven Jackson as our 2 lead backs this year. D'Angelo Williams, Reggie Bush, Marshawn Lynch. Like that is our 5 freaking running backs. Absolutely insane. Yeah, just loaded at running back. Absolutely crazy. We got Vincent Jackson and Ted Ginn as our top 2 wideouts this year. So Ted is going to play as a youngin. We got Mercedes Lewis and Zach Miller at tight end. Hart and Joe Thomas right now left tackle. I'll probably start Thomas. Rankin inside, really good in behind him. Mitchell and Unger at center. 97 Logan Mankins, Robert Gallery, 99. Mario Williams and Calais Campbell on the left end. At right end, we got DeMarcus Ware and Chris Long with a depth in behind them. D-tackle, we got Marcus Spears, Kyle Williams, and then auto gens, but lots of depth. Left outside, only an 86. Middle linebacker, we got Lofa Tutupu with a 90, and behind him, right outside, we got Ahmad Brooks. Corner, where we've been missing on our big-time guys, but we have a stud in this Mark Harris. We've actually done good with recruiting some good players, but if we had just Cromartie or Revis right now, McDaniel over here, Brandon Merriweather, and some freshmen behind him. So really good squad. Gonna finish off the last 6 seasons of this Nebraska rebuild in episode 3. That will be coming up, right away here. So that is it, guys. Hope you guys are enjoying the series, and I am out.